Hi, Dane. Hey, Dana, you there? Okay. Hey, before we get started, the other night, boy, you need to turn your mic down a little bit. You got big echo. When we came back from commercials, people's telling us there's a whole bunch of dead air, like we wasn't coming back on the air very quick. So you need to turn us back on during the joiner. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and put us on. What's that? Okay. Welcome, everybody, to West Elk tonight, where St. Paul makes a big road trip to Howard, West Elk. You're listening to the Richie's Pharmacy pregame show as tonight St. Paul travels to Howard, West Elk. In a big matchup here, girls action should be a very, very good girls game for us. West Elk just 2 losses on the season. St. Paul with 4 on the season, and we're about 5 minutes tip-off. I want to welcome everybody to the Richie's Pharmacy pregame show. A little earlier start tonight. JV game got over just a little bit early, so they're going to go ahead and roll right into girls action, trying to get everybody back home safe on the big long road trip here on a Thursday night makeup game. This game is being made up because of the icy weather there last week. So busy week for the Indians, where Tuesday night Oswego went to Oswego. Girls and boys come out with a victory at Oswego. Good road wins, good league road wins at Oswego. And now tonight, Thursday night, a makeup game at West Elk. Tomorrow night at Yates Center. Saturday, Altoona at home, pending the weather. We'll see what weather brings in tomorrow. And then Monday night, the girls travel up to Jayhawk Lynn to take on Jayhawk Lynn. And then Tuesday night, the boys roll right into regional action. So busy for the Indian girls and boys with basketball after basketball about every night of the week. 3:50 left to go until tip-off here. When we come back from this first break, you're listening to the Richie's Pharmacy pregame show. We will have starting lineups for each team and go over what a little bit of recap of what the girls' action was at Oswego Tuesday night. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Dana, I'm having to use my phone, so if we have any trouble, you're going to have to text Mike. Welcome back to Howard, West Elk, home of the West Elk Patriots here. Red, white, and blue uniforms by the Patriots. Good-looking uniforms for West Elk. Or tonight, dressed in their road maroon and gold. St. Paul coming off a victory at Oswego Tuesday night. Pretty sluggish game, I would say, for the girls. Oswego, good team. St. Paul kind of struggled in that first half, actually trailed in the first half, come back, took a nice lead, and just kind of made their way through the game. Way too many, that zone defense of Oswego caused the Indians havoc, and they didn't shoot that well from the floor, shot better in that second half, did a lot better job of working the basketball around, getting it into Katie Coombs. She warmed up there in that second half. As we get set to go over starting lineups here, it looks like as we get set here, we look West Elk, as I stated, a very good girls basketball team, just 2 losses on the season, and you look at comparable games that they've played, each team beat opposing teams about the same margin. Now, West Elk maybe just a little bit more, so this could be a very tough matchup for the St. Paul Lady Indians.
It'll be fun to watch. The Indians, the competition level is definitely not letting up for them. This West Elk team, like you mentioned, with that record of theirs, they're going to be tough, and so the ladies got the work cut out for them, but if they can play like we've seen them play, I think they'll be all right.
As we get set to go over start lineups for St. Paul, number 11, Taylor Watrick, the young junior for the Lady Indians to run the point guard position. For the Patriots, number 00, 5'7" junior, Megan McClendon at 5'7" junior. For West Elk, for St. Paul, a 5'7" senior, the lone senior on the squad for the Indians, Sydney McCracken. Number 1, Ashley Cookson, another 5'6" junior, gets the start for West Elk Patriots. So a third starter for St. Paul is junior Emily Hutcherson. And number 3, Macy McClendon, another McClendon, a senior. We got Mason and Megan both on the floor. Macy as 6'1" senior. Look for her to be a force inside. Number 25, Claire Bradshaw for the Indians, coming off back-to-back very good game for the Lady Indians, having most of the points for the Lady Indians the last couple games. Gillespie, a 5'4" senior, junior for West Elk. For St. Paul, last but not least, junior Katie Coombs gets the start for the Indians. And last but not least, 20, Mandy Oldsman, the 5'5" senior, gets the start for the Patriots of West Elk. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to Howard, Kansas, home of the West Elk Patriots. You're listening on the live stream. I forgot to change who we're playing, so it will probably still say Oswego up there. Mike, what do you look for tonight in tonight's girls' game?
Well, I think it's going to be a good matchup, especially in the middle. We'll watch to see how Katie Coombs can do against the 6'1" Macy McClendon, the senior for West Elk. I think that'll be one of the matchups to watch underneath, especially if they run a zone defense against St. Paul like that we saw down at Oswego. Could really cause some problems and cause St. Paul to have to make some early adjustments.
And we are underway, and the St. Paul Lady Indians are going to control the tip to start this ball game. Looks like West Elk will come out in a man-to-man pass inside to Coombs. Coombs with the ball fake, puts the ball on the floor, gets it knocked out of her hands and out of bounds out on West Elk. It's going to be a tough matchup for Katie. No size advantage in there for her this week.
She got to play aggressive under it there.
Watrick feeds it into Hutcherson. She's in the lane. She loses it on the floor, and now it's still loose on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to go back to the Patriots, where right in the heart of all the defense goes Hutcherson, and she loses it inside, and it'll be a turnover on the Indians. Possession arrow goes to the Patriots.
That'd be another thing. We'll have to limit turnovers for sure. Can't give the Patriots any more opportunities than they have to.
McClendon off to Cookson. Cookson back up top, swings it around to Olsman. Back to McClendon against Watrick. Watrick guards her out top, picks up her dribble at the right wing position. In a little trouble, and passes it clear across the court to Macy McClendon. Back up top to Cookson. Back to McClendon. Very patient offense by the Patriots of West Elk. Over down to the baseline. Back up to the left wing position is Cookson. Now off to Olsman, and it's going to be a double dribble on Olsman, and it's going to be a turnover on the Patriots. It's going to go back to the Indians. Emily Hutcherson set to put the ball in play into Watrick. A little full court token pressure as Watrick. The ball is thrown away by Watrick. She throws it in Emily Hutcherson's direction. Emily was retreating to her end of the offensive court and went right over her head and out of bounds. So a turnover again on the Indians, gives it right back to the Patriots. McClendon against Watrick, drives in, kicks it out. Now inside, shot up on the way, off short. Rebound is on the floor, and it's still on the floor. Rolling around, it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go back to the Lady Indians. That pass made inside to big number 3, McClendon. Macy McClendon, the 6'1 senior, had a good look at the basket. A little too hard off, or a little too short off of the rim, off the backboard. And the tie-up comes back to the Lady Indians. Watrick picks up her dribble, swings it off to Claire Bradshaw at left wing. Bradshaw dribbles towards the top of the key, reverses it. Now she picks up her dribble in a little bit of trouble. Now she goes to the floor.
Got tripped and called for a travel.
Gets called for the travel, so another turnover on the Indians. 3 turnovers on the first 3 offensive possession, and it goes right back to the Patriots of West Elk. Megan McClendon swings it off to right wing. Man, that bar is right in the way. McClendon down to the corner of Olsman. Olsman inside to McClendon. McClendon up to 0-0. Megan McClendon to McClendon's on the floor, so we're going to say that name a lot tonight. Pass out to Gillespie. Now 3-point shot on the way, off too hard. Rebound going to come to Coombs, and it's going to be a foul on West Elk. I believe it's going to be on number 20, Olsman. We'll see. And it is on Olsman, her first, team foul number 1. Watrick with the basketball. Swings it off to Claire Bradshaw at left wing. Bradshaw holds the ball at left wing position. Dribbles top of the key, kicks it to Coombs. Coombs throws it right out of bounds as McCracken was going the other way. So 4 offensive possession, 4 turnovers on the Lady Indians. So sluggish start to say the least for the Lady Indians. Not playing well at all so far. McClendon against Watrick, gets past her, kicks it out, 3-point shot on the way, and right through there by number 3, Macy McClendon. She gives the Patriots a 3-0 lead. Watrick all the way in the lane, tries to pass it to Coombs. Coombs loses it, gets it stolen away, and now it's going to be a foul on Coombs. So another turnover on the Lady Indians as the pass inside went to Coombs. She lost it. Then she fouled McClendon, so 5 turnovers right in a row.
Pretty rough start for Lady Indians here.
On the Lady Indians, they trail 3-0. Megan McClendon with the basketball against Watrick. She hands it off to number 1, Cookson. Cookson swings it back around to Olsman. Olsman to McClendon, to Cookson, back up top to Gillespie. Gillespie loses out of bounds, tries to save it in bounds. It's going to be swatted out of bounds, and good hustle by McCracken, but she's going to save it. Oh, she's going to be on the out-of-bounds line, so it's going to stay with the Patriots. Pass inbounds into the Patriots. Number 0-0, Megan McClendon with it. Swings it up top now. Swings around to Cookson. Cookson dribbles towards the free throw line. Hands it off to Gillespie. Gillespie to McClendon. Ball fake. Back up top. Swing down to the baseline. One thing different from the Patriots compared to the Indians has had turnovers on every possession of their offensive end. Patriots been very patient on the offensive end. Ball's loose on the floor now. Now it's going to be another tie-up. That's going to stay with the Patriots of West Elk.
Well, McClendon's not afraid to throw her shoulder in there. That's twice I've seen her. As she goes in leaning towards the basket, she really got her shoulder down going in there.
She doesn't really extend her arms. She keeps her protection arm up against her side. Now they blow a whistle as they want everybody to calm down as the Indians match up in their man-to-man on the inbounds play. Pass inside, tries to go to the weak side. Ball's loose on the floor. It's going to end up in the Patriots' hands. It's going to end up Gillespie. Gillespie swings it up top to McClendon. McClendon to McClendon, and that's got to be a carry, and it is a travel on Macy McClendon, the 6'1 senior. The Patriots hold to a 3-0 lead. 4:21 left to go here in the first quarter as Emerald Struthers and Katie Carter and Elise Doherty all come to the scores table for the Lady Indians. So on the floor for the Indians is Doherty, Coombs, Struthers, Wattrick, and Carter. Wattrick with the basketball, brings ball down on the floor against Gillespie. Swings it over to Struthers. Struthers with the ball fake. Looks up top, gets it to Doherty. Doherty holds it, feeds it to Wattrick. Wattrick guarded closely by Gillespie. Right wing over to Struthers. Struthers looks inside, kicks it up top to Katie Coombs. Now off to Wattrick. Wattrick holds it, feeds it inside to Coombs. Coombs spin move, shot up on the way, no good. Tipped around out and controlled by the Indians. Katie Carter with it. Carter swings it out to Struthers. Struthers ball fake, drives in towards the elbow, kicks it to Coombs. Coombs at the baseline, holds it. Guarded close, it crosses over. Nice move, shot up, no good. Still no foul called. Carter gets the rebound, kicks it out to Wattrick. Wattrick kicks it back out to Struthers as they reset over to Katie Carter. Carter bounce pass inside to Coombs, with kind of a lazy bounce pass stolen away by McClendon. Pass ahead to Gillespie. Gillespie holds it, now Macy McClendon kicks it out. 3-point shot on the way, short, no good. Struthers with the rebound. Struthers hands it off to Wattrick. 3:08 left to go in the first. 3-0 Patriots lead. 5 minutes into the game, St. Paul Lady Indians held scoreless so far. Carter with the basketball. Feeds it off to Wattrick. Indians are going to have to try to get some penetration off the dribble. There goes Wattrick as I speak. Kicks it out to Katie Carter. Carter drives inside. Shot blocked, but she's going to be foul called, and that's going to be on number 3, Macy McClendon, the 6'1 senior. That's going to send Coombs in the line to shoot 2. Cookson comes back to the scores table for the Patriots as well as Hutcherson for the Lady Indians. Coombs' free throw is right up and through there. She gets the Lady Indians on the board. They trail 3-1. Cookson's going to come in for Gillespie, this 5'4 senior. Coombs' second free throw is right up and through there.
You know, with all the turnovers, Dan, the Indians really haven't even had a shot at the basket to speak of here in the first quarter.
Patriots basketball. McClendon with the basketball, swings it off to Wiseman, who's in the game. Wiseman off to McClendon, back up top. Now in Wiseman's hands at the right wing position. Feeds it up to the free throw line, and number 15, that's Helms, in the game for the Patriots. Now into McClendon. McClendon kicks it out towards the baseline. Step back, 3-point shot on the way, long, no good. Carter with the rebound. Carter holds up her dribble, kicks it back to Hutcherson. Wise move by her as the Patriots is back. Now Hutcherson all the way in, kicks it out to Carter. Set 3-point shot, top of the key, long, no good. Rebound comes to McClendon. That is Megan McClendon. Now pass inside, tipped out of bounds by Emily Hutcherson, and it'll stay with the Patriots under their own basket. 1:59 left to go in the first. 3-2. Patriots up by 1. Now Katie Carter with the official timeout, retying her shoe. Megan McClendon kicks it inbounds, wide open. Now a lot of contact. She throws up a shot. Macy McClendon's going to be, they're going to call it on the floor, I believe. They do call it on the floor. That foul's going to be on Katie Carter. They let Macy McClendon catch that ball back to free throw line. She had 5 feet in front of her and then ran into contact.
I don't think they were throwing it inbounds.
Megan McClendon feeds it off to Macy McClendon, the 6'1 senior, dribbles against Coombs. Now she pops up a 3 from the top of the key, no good. Rebound comes to Struthers. Struthers kicks it back to Emily Hutcherson. The Indians trail 3-2 to the Patriots. 1:38 left to go in the first quarter. Coombs up top to Doherty, over to Hutcherson. Hutcherson to Carter. Carter reverses it back to Struthers, down to the baseline to Hutcherson. Hutcherson lob inside to Coombs, way too high, off the fingertips. Another Turnover on the Lady Indians. Ball put in play to Gillespie. Gillespie's going to be picked up out there at the point guard position by Emily Hutcherson. Kicks it off the right wing to Wiseman. Wiseman holds it, guarded by Carter. Number 20 back in the game is Olsman. Olsman with the basketball at the left wing position. Kicks it off to McClendon. She kicked almost a travel on Cookson. Now all the way in, layup shot on the way, no good. Struthers with the rebound. Struthers starts down the middle of the floor, stops, kicks it back to Hutcherson. Hutcherson all the way in towards the rim. Left-hand layup, good. Emily Hutcherson explodes down that left-hand side. I like to see that. And the Indians take a 1-point lead with 47 seconds left to go here in the first period. Gillespie with the basketball, feeds it off to McClendon. Very similar offenses ran by each team. Mike McClendon pops out like Katie Coombs does, and she's not afraid to take a three neither for West Elk. So they run this motion offense against the man, and I think McClendon may be more comfortable shooting a three than she is inside. So Katie Coombs is going to have to stay out on her, as now number 20, Holzman with the basketball, holds it, guarded by Struthers. Kicks it off to Cookson. Now there's that three-pointer. It's way too hard, way off the backboard, and it goes into Katie Carter's hands. Hutcherson pushes the ball back down the floor into the lane again, and she's going to get called for a travel. So yet another turnover. That's got to be the eight or
turnovers.
9 turnovers. 8 turnovers on the Lady Indians in the first period. So they're on track to have 32 turnovers in the game. That will not.
That's not going to work.
Indians still have a 1-point lead, though. That's the blessing. Now 3 seconds left. Shot at the buzzer. Off. No good. So the end of the first quarter, 4-3. Lady Indians lead by 1. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Well, welcome back to West Elk. As St. Paul starts with the possession of the basketball to start the second period, they lead by 1, 4-3. Sydney McCracken with the basketball, dribbles in, kicks it out to Claire Bradshaw. Bradshaw in the lane, shot up on the way too hard. Rebound comes to West Elk. Megan McClendon with the basketball, picked up by Watrick, gets right past her into the lane, tries to kick it out and does so. Now back up top to McClendon. McClendon against Watrick, ball fake, now dribbles with her left hand. She kicks it out to Olsen. Olsen cross-court pass over to number 25, Baszler, who's in the game. Now back up top to Cookson. Cookson swings it over to Gillespie. A lot of ball movement by West Elk Patriots. Gillespie with it, almost a steal by Watrick. Had a shot into the passing lane, missed it. Olsen now holds it against Struthers. Very patient offense, ran out. Gillespie way in under the basket, got past Struthers, and she scores and gives the Patriots a 5-4 lead. Struthers got caught a little flat-footed there, and Gillespie did a back cut on her. Good pass, interior pass, and she scores. Bradshaw, floater on the way, off the backboard too hard. No rebounders for the Indians with that 4 game. And it goes right back to the Patriots. Not a very good shot by the Lady Indians that time. And this time a steal by the Lady Indians. And Watrick got her head taken off. No count. Now it's going to call a tip, so it's going to be out on the Patriots. Stay with the Indians. I didn't see the tip, but there's a bar right in my eye level too. So St. Paul trails 5-4. 6:33 left to go in the first. Hutcherson with it. Crosses over. Feeds it up top to Doherty. Doherty swings it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to McCracken. McCracken holds it, reverses it back to Hutcherson. Inside to Watrick, layup, no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good ball movement that time by the Lady Indians. Good pass from Hutcherson into Watrick on the cut towards the basket. Watrick speeding towards the basket, threw up an underhanded shot and was fouled. That's the second foul on Oldsman, third team foul on the Patriots. Watrick's first shot on its way, rims out. No good. It was halfway down. Screws its way back up out of the basket and comes off the rim and is no good. Indian not very many trips to the free throw line Tuesday night at Oswego. Second shot on the way, long, no good. Watrick not shooting free throws very well at Oswego. Now the ball's loose on the floor. It's going to end up in McClendon's hands. McClendon all the way down, kicks it out, now back into McClendon, and she's going to be fouled by McCracken on the shot. She'll go on the line to shoot 2. The Indians are going to have to convert on free throws here tonight, Mike, to stay close in this game. This is going to be one that looks to be one of those kind of games where free throws are really going to matter.
Yeah, they're going to have to control turnovers and definitely drive the lane, try to draw the foul, get to the free throw line.
McClendon at the line to shoot 2. Her first is right through there. She gives West Elk a 2-point lead, 6-4. 6:07 left to go before halftime. St. Paul now trails 6-4. McClendon at the line to shoot her second. It's on its way, long, no good. Tipped around and controlled by Doherty for the Lady Indians. Feeds it back to Hutcherson. Hutcherson crosses over with her left hand. Ball's loose on the floor. Hutcherson retrieves it. Feeds it almost into the backcourt. Good save by Watrick. Watrick dribbles to her right, kicks it to Claire Bradshaw. Bradshaw into the lane, all the way into the basket. Layup good.
Nice
good
move.
Drive by Claire Bradshaw. Now the ball's loose on the floor. Good hustle by Watrick. She knocks it away, dives across the floor, but it's going to stay out on the Indians as the score is tied 6-6. Megan McClendon with the basketball, pestered by Watrick out there. As Mike says, McClendon likes to drop that shoulder way down low and tries to create a little bit of space. Kick out up top to McClendon. Now over to 0-0, Megan McClendon. Now back up to Gillespie. And now a foul away from the basketball. That's going to be on Watrick. That's her first, team foul number 4 on the Indians. And he get on backside. Number 15 is wide open on the weak side. Now Bradshaw finds her finally, thank goodness. And McClendon with the basketball. That's Macy McClendon. Feeds it off to Gillespie. Gillespie holds it top of the key. Feeds it off to Megan McClendon. She holds it against Coons. She holds it, she holds it, she holds it. Now she gets rid of it. Down to the baseline. It's swung down to Wiseman. Wiseman back up top to Gillespie. Now to McClendon. Macy McClendon. Now to Megan McClendon into the elbow. Kicks it out to Gillespie. Now to all the way drive to the basket. Layup good. Good drive by Megan McClendon, the 5'7" junior, to give West Elk a 8-6 lead. 4:39 left to go before halftime. Indians trail by 2. Watrick with the basketball, top of the key. She guarded out there by Gillespie. To Doherty, up to Hutcherson, over to Coombs. Coombs up to Bradshaw. Bradshaw holds it top of the key. Bounce pass to the elbow to Hutcherson. Hutcherson holds it. Now she's in the lane. Floater, partially blocked. No foul called. Hutcherson gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Coombs. Coombs into the lane. Throws up a shot, and it's going to be a block. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Like to see Katie making that move to the basket, showing some aggression there. That's the first foul on Megan McClendon.
8-6. West Elk leads by 2, but Coombs at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Indians. First free throw on its way. Rattles in good as Sydney McCracken checks back in for Elise Doherty. Coombs settles in at the line for the second. It's on its way and through there. She ties the score at 8. So Coombs 4 for 4 from the free throw line. You have to score from the field, but 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Wiseman with the basketball, holds it at right wing, guarded out there by Claire Bradshaw. Kicks it up top to Helms. Helms back up swings it around. Now Helms with it at the right wing position, up top to McClendon. Excuse me. Down to the baseline, tries to pass it inside. Hutcherson saves it, but she has to swing it over her head. Up into no man's land, out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Patriots. Good hustle by her. Helms set to put the ball in play for the Patriots. Patriots probably just there. Now steal by Watrick. Good job by her. Feeds it back to McCracken. Now back to Watrick as Watrick resets the offense. Feeds it back to Hutcherson. Over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw left hand towards the baseline. Kicks it out to Watrick. Three-point shot on the way. Good. Taylor Watrick buries a three from the left baseline. Gives the Indians a three-point lead, 11-8. McClendon with the basketball. That's Macy McClendon, the 6'1 senior. She's guarded out there by Coombs. She swings it up top to Gillespie. Gillespie over to the right wing position to Wiseman. Wiseman back up top to Helms. Back to Gillespie. And now another steal by Watrick. Ball's loose on the floor, and it goes out of bounds. Tough call for the ref. Who's that going to be out on? They're going to call it out on Watrick, as I'm not sure how. He knew who it was out on, but it's going to stay with the Patriots. Katie Carter checks back into the game. It looks like Taylor was going to end up with a steal, and it good hustle by, I believe it was number 1 for the Patriots, Cookson. She dove on the floor, but they called it out on Watrick, so it stays with the Patriots. 11-8. Indians lead by 3. Under 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Right wing over to McClendon. Three-point shot on the way. Off the iron, no good. Boy, Coombs got ran into. And it is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be the third foul, I think.
And that's going to be on number 20 with the contact. Olsman with the foul. It is her third foul, Mike. 15 foul on the Patriots. Bradshaw puts the ball in play into Watrick. St. Paul leads 11-8. 2:41 left to go in the first half. She's picked out there by Cookson. Swings it off to Carter. Carter up top to Bradshaw. Over to McCracken. Now up to Coombs. Now to Hutcherson. She looks inside. She holds it. Gets it poked out of her hands. It's going to stay with the Indians. It's knocked out of bounds by Ashley Cookson, the 5'6 junior for the Patriots. Hutcherson to Bradshaw. Bradshaw holds it. She's guarded out there by Wiseman. Kicks it off to McCracken. Up top to Hutcherson. Hutcherson drives towards the baseline. Backside into McCracken. Tough shot. Up, no, just off the rim. No good. McClendon with the rebound, and they're going to call a foul on the Lady Indians. It's going to be on Claire Bradshaw. It looked like if they'd just left McClendon alone, she might have fell down and traveled. Either way, pretty good looking look inside. McCracken just off the front iron. Kind of in a tough spot to shoot it. Just about got it to go. McClendon off to the right wing to Wiseman. Now, the Patriots, now there's going to be a foul away from the ball. And they're going to get Sydney McCracken with a foul away from the ball, and she can't believe it because, number 1, Ashley Cookson just tripped her own feet and fell down. 1:56 left to go in the first period, 11-8. That's the 16th foul all of a sudden on the Indians, second on Sydney McCracken. So she comes back out of the game. Watrick back in. Patriots basketball. Pass inside. Now back out to the baseline. Up top now Macy McClendon all the way in. Shot up. Wild shot. No good. Gets her own rebound. Put back no good. And she's going to be fouled.
Well, McClendon went in there and kind of ran up, maybe draw a charge, but it didn't happen.
She's going to end up getting the bonus out of it to get to go to the free throw line because the Indians unable to block her out. No over the back call, and she ended up getting her own rebound, and she got the second call, and she makes the first of 2 and cuts the Indians' lead to 11-9.
Second foul on Katie Coombs.
McClendon also shooting free throws well. 3 for 4, I believe, from the line. So 1 point lead for the Lady Indians. 1:46 left to go in the first half. Watrick with the basketball. Indians lead 11-10. Low score in first half. Two appears to be evenly matched teams here, so good basketball game. Not a very clean game by the Lady Indians by no stretch of the imagination in the first half. Coombs puts the ball on the floor, crosses over, throws up a wild shot. Can't get the call this time as she just threw her hands up underhanded. Now pass back inside to McClendon. McClendon spins, kicks it out. Ball fake, shot on the way, no good short. That shot put up by Megan McClendon. Assume they're sisters, junior and a senior. Megan and Macy McClendon are very good ball players for the Patriots of West-Elk. Hutcherson holds the ball. Under a minute left to go in the first half. St. Paul clings to a 1-point lead, 11-10. Watrick with it at left wing. Cross-court pass to Coons. Now the baseline to Carter. Sets her feet. Three-point shot. Long, no good. Tapped around, lost out of bounds. It's going to go to the Patriots, as there was a Patriot and an Indian there, and the Patriots get the call again. And it's, I guess, out on Emerald Struthers. She was the Indian that was close. As 42 seconds left to go in the first half, 11-10, St. Paul up by 1. Megan McClendon feeds it into Gillespie. Gillespie off to the right wing to Cookson. Cookson looks inside, kicks it back up top to Helms, who swings it around to Gillespie. Now to the top of the key to Baszler. Now the baseline, three-point shot on the way. Short, no good. Rebound controlled by the Patriots, kicked out. Now McClendon with the basketball. She kicks it out and all the way into the basket. Shot up, no good, and that's going to be a block on the Indians. It's going to be on Katie Carter, and that's going to send number 4 to the line to shoot 2. That is Alyssa Gillespie, the 5'4" senior. 15.6 seconds left to go here in the first half. First free throw on its way short, no good. As Coombs checks back in for Struthers for the Lady Indians. Gillespie settles into the line for the second. It's on its way, and right through there, she ties the score to 11. Hutcherson with it. 14 seconds left. Everybody clears out. 10 seconds left. She crosses over, loses it for a second. Now it's knocked out of bounds by the Patriots. 6.4 seconds left to go here in the first period. 18 fouls on the Indians, just 5 on the Patriots. St. Paul basketball, 6 seconds left. Hutcherson needs to go to the basket, 3 seconds left. And she gets it stolen away from her on the shot at the buzzer is no good. I don't know what we was waiting on there, but there was 6 seconds left on the inbounds. You need to just take it to the hole, Emily. Emily, anyway, no harm, no foul, and we are tied at 11 here at halftime. We'll be back with our Labette Health halftime show after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Well, welcome back to our Labette Health halftime show, where we are tied up 11-11 at halftime. Yes, folks, it's halftime, and the score is 11-11. So pretty quiet night offensively by both teams, Mike.
Yeah, I think first quarter especially, the Lady Indians came out and just couldn't make anything happen except turnovers, and 8 turnovers in the first quarter alone, and really weren't able to even get a shot off towards the basket, and when they did, they weren't able to get a rebound. So that was really, I think, the difference in the first quarter is if the Indians could have played a little bit better in the first quarter, cut down on some turnovers, got a few more shots on goal, they may have been able to come out here at halftime with a lead, but that wasn't the case. So they made up for it a little in the second half and were able to cut way back on the turnovers, not lose the ball near as often as they were, and did get some opportunities at the free throw line with Katie Coombs going perfect 4 for 4 in the first half from the free throw line, which really helped the Indians, kept them in this game here up this far.
See what kind of adjustments the Lady Indians will make here at halftime. Very good ball game. We knew it was a probably pretty evenly matched teams, and so far it appears like it. The Indians did a better job of cutting down on turnovers in that second quarter. Got a few better looks at the basket, but still entirely way too many turnovers on the forces inside. Both teams playing man-to-man the whole entire way, which I think the Indians actually get along better with that, honestly, in my opinion, than they do against the zone. Against Oswego tonight, they really struggled against the zone. The last couple of teams who's played against the zone, which is Opie and Oswego, and had really struggled, although they come out with a victory at Oswego. A rare Thursday night game for the Lady Indians and the boys here, as the boys, both teams warm up, is trying to make up a icy week with a lot of cancellations last week. And tomorrow night we're supposed to travel to Yates Center. We'll see what the weather does tomorrow, Mike.
Yeah, we'll see about how that goes. One other thing I want to mention, Dan, that first half, I noticed the Patriots are a really physical team and a lot like St. Paul in a lot of ways in the way they play defense. And underneath the basket, there is a lot going on away from the ball. A couple of times there was a foul called away from the ball, and that's because those girls working hard underneath there trying to get position on each other, and neither team willing to back down and give up on the other one. And there's a lot of pushing and shoving and aggression going on there, which is good. We like to see that out of the Lady Indians and see them sticking in there and sticking with that underneath.
5:29 left to go here in our Labette halftime show. Mike will have all of the first half stats after this next 2-minute timeout. You listen to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. I got 30% left, buddy.
Huh?
I got 30% left.
Okay, we can swap if we need to.
Maybe in between games. This thing won't have this. I don't know what the deal is there.
Huh.
Got nothing. Oh, welcome back to Howard West Elk, where we are tied at 11 here at halftime in girls action. Welcome to our Labette Health halftime show. Mike, what do you got for first half stats?
Well, not much excitement in the scoring column for the Lady Indians. They were led, believe it or not, in the first half by Katie Coombs with her 4 free throws. That was it for her for points, and led the Lady Indians in the first half with 4 points. Followed closely, though, by Taylor Watrick. She sunk a 3-pointer, so Watrick had 3. Emily Hutcherson and Claire Bradshaw with 2 points apiece. That's about the extent of the scoring in the first half. Not hardly any shots taken in the first quarter at all, so pretty limited percentage-wise. Overall, Lady Indians were 3 of 10, 30% overall from the field. Inside two-point range is 28%, 2 out of 7. Behind the three-point arc, 1 out of 3, 33%, and free throws, 4 of 6, 66% from the free throw line. So look for a lot more offense here in the second half. What's going to have to happen?
On the Patriots side, Mike, do you keep track of shots?
I don't have the shots. I've got scores though. Megan McClendon had 2 for the Lady Patriots. Macy McClendon, the 6'1" senior underneath, and also outside the threat, she had a three-pointer and then 3 free throws. She had 6 to lead the Patriots. Alyssa Gillespie with 3.
The only reason I asked, Mike, is I think the Patriots, their shooting percentage can't be very good.
No, they missed a lot of shots.
Because I think they've gotten way more shots at the basket than Lady Indians have, and Adam doesn't keep stats on the opposing team either. But their shooting percentage, I only remember 1 3-pointer going in, and I think they've taken 6 or 7
several from outside.
From the outside. So luckily, cold shooting by the Patriots has kept the Indians in this game. The Indians' shooting percentage not great by no stretch, but just haven't got that many shots at the basket entirely. Way too many turnovers to start that first quarter. The first 6-7 possessions resulted in turnovers. Never even got a shot at the basket. So we was 2/3 of the way through the first quarter for the Indians even got a shot at their own basket. And still yet, they come out with a tie here at halftime. So all in all, the Indians need to clean that up here in the second half. We'll take one more break. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. Listen to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Dana, just make it a 30-second, please. Well, welcome back as we get set to get underway. It's going to be Patriots basketball to start this third period, second half. We are tied at 11, and Patriots inbound the balls, and Gillespie with the basketball feeds it up top to Helms. Helms to McClendon. McClendon back out to Gillespie. Gillespie looks inside, now drives in the lane, kicks it out to McClendon. McClendon drives in, kicks it back out to Gillespie. Now out to Megan McClendon. Off all the way around to Helms. Helms holds it, pestered out there by McCracken on the floor for the Indians. Bradshaw, McCracken, Hutcherson, Watrick, and Coombs. Patriots basketball. Very patient on offense, have been, as into the lane. Now kicks back out to McClendon. She loses it for an instant. Gets it back. Cookson now with it. Guarded by Bradshaw. We're 45 seconds into the third quarter. Patriots started with the basketball, being very patient on offense here. And as they tighten up a little defense, see if they can cause a turnover. McClendon slings it off to Cookson. Cookson holds it, reverses it back to Helms. Helms holds it, pestered out there by McCracken. Now inside pass, too long, high, out of bounds, off of the Patriots. And it results a minute into the game, 7 seconds into the game, results in a turnover by the Patriots and gives it back to the Lady Indians.
Here's where St. Paul needs to get on offense, get some points off these turnovers.
See if the Indians can get off to a little better start here in this third period compared to the first quarter. Hutcherson with the basketball over to McCracken. McCracken looks inside, decides there's nothing there, feeds it back out to Hutcherson. Hutcherson picks up her dribble. Now she's in a little trouble. Now feeds it into Bradshaw in the lane. Bradshaw left-hand layup, too hard, no good. Helms with the rebound. Helms feeds it off to McClendon. Nobody back so far for the Indians. Now back into McClendon. Spin move, shot up, no good. Rebound, Patriots. Back up and in, and she's fouled, and that's Helms. No block out on the weak side. And McClendon fired up a shot way too hard off the basket. And the offensive rebound and the putback gives the Patriots a 2-point lead. Helms misses the free throw, so just a 2-point lead for the Patriots, 13-11.
That foul's on Claire Bradshaw. That's her second.
Hutcherson with the basketball. Off to Watrick, now to the corner to McCracken. McCracken to Coombs, who's popped out to the wing position. Reverses it back to Hutcherson. back out to Coombs. Cross-court pass over to Watrick. Watrick, long three-point shot, short, no good. McCracken fights for the rebound, fights for it, and it ends up with McClendon's hands as she couldn't get the handle on it. It's feed ahead to Cookson. Cookson back to McClendon. She kicks it out. Baseline jumper on the way. No good. Backside rebound again. And that's going to be a foul on Hutcherson as the Indians unable to block out on that weak side 2 times in a row. And it's going to be a foul on Emily Hutcherson. Second team foul already on the Indians. Patriots have a 2-point lead and possession of the basketball. Out to McClendon. She thought about the three. Passed up on it. Hands it off to Cookson. Cookson to Megan McClendon. And she's pestered out there by Watrick. Now to Cookson. Cookson and McClendon. McClendon into the elbow. Kicks it out. Bradshaw chases it down. And there's a foul on number 1, Ashley Cookson. Good read by Claire Bradshaw on the steal. And it's going to be a turnover, a foul on Cookson.
Bradshaw did a good job sticking with that as well.
First foul on Cookson. First team foul on the Patriots in the second half. Watrick with the basketball, picks up her dribble way up high, now in trouble, feeds it off to Hutcherson. Hutcherson way up above the timeline. She's guarded out there by Megan McClendon. Pass inside to Coombs, stolen away. Bad pass into traffic. Now McClendon right down with the basketball. Feeds it off to Macy McClendon, who feeds it off to number 4, Gillespie. Gillespie guarded by Hutcherson. 4:48 left to go here in the third. 2-point lead for the Patriots. Helms with it, guarded closely by McCracken. Now McClendon back out to Helms. 3-point shot on the way by Macy McClendon off the backboard, too hard. Rebound comes to the Patriots, and it's going to be a foul on Claire Bradshaw. The Indians not doing a good job of blocking out on the offensive boards. 3 times in a row, Patriots have gotten rebounds off of their shot, which is the polar opposite of what the Indians get when they take a shot. Patriots basketball under their own rim. Struthers into the game as well as Doherty and Carter. McClendon as also Wiseman in. 3-point shot on the way from the baseline. High off the backboard, no good. Struthers with the rebound. Struthers feeds it off to Watrick. 13-12. 2-point lead for the Patriots. Watrick feeds it off to Doherty down to Carter. Carter holds it. Now she dribbles into the lane. She kicks it out to Coombs. Coombs sets her feet. 3-point shot way too hard. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds out on the Patriots. It's going to stay with the Indians. 13-11. Indians held scoreless halfway through this third quarter. Number 25 checks in Baszler for the Patriots. Watrick set to put the ball in play for the Lady Indians. As she holds the ball over her head, waits, feeds it in to Katie Carter. Carter dribbles to her right. Now reverses it, looks to reverse it. Now she's in trouble, feeds it back to Watrick. Watrick holds the ball against Gillespie. Pass inside to Coombs, gets it ripped away, but Carter chases it down. Carter right back to Coombs, down to baseline. Guarded one-on-one by McClendon. Shot up, good. Tough shot by Katie Coombs. Gets up and under McClendon, puts it in there, ties the score at 13. Gillespie with the basketball. Dribbles down towards the right baseline, looks inside, might need a little help in there. She chooses not to throw it in there to McClendon. Now Macy McClendon tries to fire it in traffic, gets it into her sister. I assume her sister misses a shot. Doherty with the rebound. Doherty picks it up, feeds it to Watrick. Watrick crosses half court all the way into the lane, in traffic, shot up, and she's fouled. Kind of a wild shot put up by Watrick, but she got to call, so she'll go to the line and shoot 2.
She likes to come in there and instead of having the ball up high like you would on a layup, she likes to bring it from down low, kind of swoop in underneath. And a lot of times
Taylor can get on track from the free throw line. She's kind of struggling here lately from the line, and she misses that one.
0 for 3 so far.
0 for 3 tonight, and Oswego down this stretch the other night when it kind of mattered. The Indians had like a 12-point lead. It ended up being a 6-point lead, and Watrick had shots at the free throw line and missed several in a row, so she's been struggling from the line, and she makes 1 out of 2 finally. And the Indians lead by 1, 14-13, 3:17 left to go here in the third. McClendon with the basketball, pestered out there by Watrick. Kicks it out to Helms, excuse me. Now back up top to Wiseman. Back to Cookson. Cookson hands it off to McClendon. McClendon throws up a shot clear under the basket. Going to be fouled by Wattrick, and she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be Taylor's second foul, 5th team foul on the Lady Indians. Maybe just the 4th team foul on the Lady Indians. Emily Hutcherson comes to the scores table for the Lady Indians as Megan McClendon misses the first free throw. 2:58 left to go here in the third. 14-13, Lady Indians lead. McClendon at the line to shoot her second. Second shot on the way and rattles in and out. No good. Doherty with the rebound. Doherty feeds it ahead to Carter and turns it over too hard. It goes right out of bounds. So at least now a turnover on the Patriots. No pressure in the backcourt and just threw it out of bounds. That was number 5, Wiseman. Cross-court pass just went out of bounds in the backcourt. So it goes right back to Lady Indians. Fed into Hutcherson in the backcourt. She comes across half court. Picked up out there by Cookson. Feed into Coombs. Coombs turnaround shot. She's fouled as the older Macy McClendon, the senior, is on the bench at the time. So good read by the Lady Indians getting it into Katie Coombs. And it's going to be a foul on number 15, the first foul on her, Helms, as Katie goes to the line to shoot 2. First free throw on the way, rolls off the edge, no good.
First miss for Katie from the line tonight.
And she settles in for her second. It's on its way and right through there and good. Gives the Indians a 2-point lead, 15-13. Now a whistle as McCracken comes in for Coombs to give her a break. So break for McClendon, a break for Coombs. A little shorter lineup on each team with both of the taller girls out for each team. Pass inside, swiped away. Ball's loose on the floor, kicked around, and now it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to the Lady Indians as number 3, Macy McClendon, checks back right into the game, as well as Gillespie. Hutcherson with the basketball for the Lady Indians. 2:27 left to go here in the third period. 15-13. St. Paul leads by 2. Feed up top to Carter. Carter over to McCracken. Way up outside the timeline, right guard position. She's guarded by McClendon. Dribbles into the elbow. Kicks it out to Struthers. Struthers with a couple ball fakes down to baseline. Dribbles up towards the top. Reverses. Back to McCracken. Very patient. Offense by the Indians. Hutcherson with it. Well, she needs to drive to the basket. There she goes, right to the basket. Floater on the way, and she can't get it to go. Tapped around, knocked out. Oh, how's that out on Emily Hutcherson? Out on the Indians, there was 3 Patriots there and only 1 Indian. I guess Emily was the only one going after the basketball. 15-13, 2-point lead for the Lady Indians as Coombs checks back into the game for Elise Doherty. 1:48 left to go in the third. 15-13. Indians lead by 2. Gillespie with the basketball. Feeds it off to Cookson. Cookson to McClendon. McClendon to Gillespie. Gillespie looks inside, and it's going to be a foul. And it's going to be an offensive foul on the Patriots. It's going to be on number 1, Cookson, on the push-off against Struthers.
Another one of those away from the ball fouls where they're aggression underneath.
Second foul on her, 14th foul on the Patriots. McCracken with the basketball, feeds it up top to Carter. Carter over to Struthers. Struthers at the left wing, dribbles towards the top of the key. Bounce pass to the baseline to Carter. 3-point shot on the way. Good! Katie Carter buries a 3 from the baseline. It was a catch and shoot as Patriots right back down with the basketball. Gives the Indians a 5-point lead. Biggest lead of the game by either team in this low-scoring affair. Wiseman with the basketball. Indians try to get on a run. Pass inside to McClendon. She drives in, loses her footing, now kicks it out to the elbow. Now back out to Cookson. Now 3-point shot on the way by the Patriots. No good. Well, that's got to be over the back. Hutcherson on the floor. How is that not a foul on over the back? And they're going to get a jump ball. Not a good break for the Indians. That should have been the 3rd foul on Cookson, as she was all over the back of Hutcherson. She immediately comes out of the game as
came down on top of her.
It's Patriots basketball on the possession arrow, so a break for them as they look to get it in bounds, and they do to Gillespie. Gillespie back out to McClendon. McClendon step back 3-point shot. no good. Tapped around and goes back out to Patriots. 2 Indians had a chance at it, couldn't get a handle on it. Another 3-point shot, top of the key, and that one's good. She keeps shooting, and they left her open, and they made her pay. The Indians couldn't get the over the back and then couldn't get the possession on the rebound as Hutcherson about loses it against McClendon. And it's a 2-point lead for the Indians, 18-16. Katie Coons, ball fake, drives the baseline. No, now there's a foul
late whistle.
call.
I didn't think they were going to call it
I
either.
didn't either, as Katie made a good move down that baseline with the pump fake, got McClendon off the ground, went around her, and had to be a foul, and he called it late. But either way, he called it. Coons goes to the line to shoot 2. Makes the first. 17.8 seconds left to go in third as Cookson checks back into the game. He check in, give McClendon a little 18-second break as Claire Bradshaw comes and scores table 2. So coach for coach is kind of giving their big girls a break every time they can. Actually could have been a foul on Struthers, and it wasn't. As Coons misses the free throw, rebound comes out to the Patriots. 10 seconds left to go here in the third as they're going to hold for the last shot. McClendon now timeout, 30-second timeout for the Patriots. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to Howard West Elk Patriots basketball. 6.4 seconds left to go in the third. Pass inbounds to McClendon. 5 seconds left against Hutcherson. McClendon step back, long 3-point shot, top of the key, short, no good. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. St. Paul's going to lead by 3, 19-16. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. St. Paul basketball. 8 minutes left to go in the game. St. Paul 3-point lead. St. Paul just giving up 5 points in that third quarter. Now Coons gets tied up, but it goes back out to Watrick. Now to Bradshaw. A little more aggression by the Patriots here. And now Bradshaw loses it. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go right back to the Patriots on the turnover. A little more tight defense, you can tell, coming out. Start this fourth quarter. See if the Indians can match that intensity.
Yeah, definitely going after the ball right out of that quarter change, and see if that keeps up.
Hutcherson comes in for Bradshaw. 7:44 left to go in the game. 3-point lead for the Indians, 19-16. Indians scored 8 points in that quarter and held the Patriots to 5 as we was tied at 11. At third quarter, we'd take another quarter just like that, wouldn't we, Mike?
You sure would.
McClendon with the basketball at right wing, guarded by Coons. That's Megan McClendon. Or Macy, excuse me. Now Megan McClendon with the basketball, throws it into Megan McClendon. Ball fake, spins into the lane, kicks it out. 3-point shot on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound slapped away and comes out to the Indians. Watrick loses it for a minute. Now all kinds of contact, no call made. And Watrick holds it up and gives it to Hutcherson. Hutcherson wide open lane, bounce pass into Coons. Shot up, no good, and she's fouled. Good drive by Hutcherson. Good court awareness as somebody didn't pick her up and she had a wide open lane. She got in there and McClendon had to come pick her up and leave Coons. Nice bounce pass to Coons. She misses a shot, but she's fouled. And she's short on the first free throw.
That was on Cookson. That was her third foul.
Helms checks into the game for Cookson as Katie settles in for her second. And it's on its way and right through there and good. She gives the Indians a 4-point lead, 20-16. 7 minutes left to go in the game. Megan McClendon pestered out there by McCracken. 16 fouls on the Indians, and there's a 7th. And that's going to send McClendon to the line, shoot front in a 1-on-1. Oh, excuse me, that's a 5th team foul on the Indians, 6th on the Patriots.
That was called on Watrick. That's her third, too.
Watrick picks up her third with 6:52 left to go in the game, so she needs to be careful here for the remainder of the game. Now drive into the lane, kick out, shot on the way from the baseline, in and out, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Patriots. As Coach Tuck hollers the block out, is number 4, Gillespie had a shot at the rebound, and Hutcherson had to knock it out of her hands and out of bounds. Patriots basketball under their own rim. That's going to be a kick on Watrick. Probably a good kick by Watrick because there was a cutter coming to the lane. Number 5 checks in the game. Wiseman checks in for number 15, Helms for the Patriots. McClendon, boy, that was about a travel, wasn't it? She took two
extra steps.
McClendon, ball fake, spin move in the lane. Nice move. She gets it to go. Good move by McClendon against Coombs into the lane. It's a 2-point lead for the Indians, 20-18. Pass over to Hutcherson, now into Coombs at the elbow. Kicks it out to McCracken. McCracken drives the baseline in traffic, kicks it out to Coombs. Coombs out to Hutcherson. Boy, Coombs is open for a 3 if she wanted to take it and didn't. Now tipped out of bounds by number 20, Olsman, and it's going to stay with the Indians as Bradshaw checks in for Struthers. Emily Hutcherson set to put the ball in play, feeds it in deep into the backcourt by McCracken. McCracken spins, feeds it off to Hutcherson. Need to spread out down to the corner to Bradshaw. Bradshaw open for a 3, looking up top, feeds it back up to McCracken. Claire needs to bury one of those threes and
drain one of them.
Tighten McClendon up on her. Into the free throw line, kicks it out to McCracken. McCracken now drives in a little trouble, kicks it out to Coombs at the top of the key, over to Emily Hutcherson. Hutcherson up to Bradshaw. I'd like to see him clear out. Now 3-point shot by Coombs off the rim. Man, that looked lined up. A long rebound comes out to the Patriots. Streaking down the floor is number 4, Gillespie, and it's going to be out of bounds off of herself, and it's going to go back to the Lady Indians. 5:31 left to go in the game, 20-18. I'd like to see the Indians clear the floor out, Mike, and let Hutcherson or Watrick maybe just take the ball to the hoop.
Draw them out,
because they are playing tight defense on the man-to-man. If you get past that initial person, they play very similar help defense on the sag, but if you'd spread them out wide enough, they'd have a hard time getting that help in there. McCracken lob inside to Hutcherson in traffic, shot up, good shot. Emily Hutcherson in a bunch of traffic and gets it to go. 22-18, Indians up by 4. McClendon with the basketball, kicks it out to Megan McClendon. McClendon drives, left-handed layup, good. Tough shot by Macy McClendon. 4:54 left to go in the game, 2-point lead for the Lady Indians. Watrick pestered in the backcourt, feeds it off to McCracken. McCracken feeds it to Coombs. Coombs up top to Hutcherson, almost bad pass by her. Hutcherson retrieves it, feed into Coombs. She's double teamed, now step around, shot up, no good. Bradshaw with rebound, put back, no good. It's blocked by McClendon. Now Macy McClendon all the way down the court, layup, no good. Gets her own, she's out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Lady Indians as she tried to get her own rebound, standing out of bounds as Katie Carter checks into the game for the Indians, and Ashley Cookson, the 5'6" junior, for the Patriots. Just about halfway through this fourth quarter, St. Paul clings to a 2-point lead, 22-20. Watrick with the basketball. Picked up out there by Gillespie. And that's going to be a foul on Gillespie. That's going to send Watrick to the line to shoot to 1-1. Let's see if Taylor can get on track at the free throw line as she goes to the line to shoot to 1-1. 22-20. St. Paul leads by 2 with 4:15 left to go in the game.
Pretty evenly matched teams, Dan. With this, you can tell by the score. They're just both teams
pretty
playing
much across the board. Guards, inside. Watrick misses it. Tipped around, controlled by Bradshaw. Good offensive rebound. Bradshaw drives the baseline, shot up. Man, how can that not be a foul? Put back by Coombs is no good. Now the ball's tied up on the floor, and it's going to be out of bounds on the Patriots, and it's going to go back to the Lady Indians. Man, there's 2 shots contested underneath, and they just aren't going to blow the whistle very much down the stretch here. Watrick holds the ball. Now Indians finally get it into Carter. Carter dribbles back up towards the top of the key, feeds it out to Bradshaw. 4 minutes left to go in the game, 20-20. Indians up by 2. 3-point shot on the way by Carter, no good. Coons with the rebound, put back, partially blocked by McClendon. No foul called again, and it's going to come right back to the Patriots. Inside to McClendon, and no good on the shot, and Coons gets the rebound. As the Patriots hollering for a foul too. So swallowing the whistle on both ends. Now shot by Watrick, no good. Put back by Coons, no good. Rebound comes to the Patriots. And now somebody's hurt. Oh, it's going to be McClendon hurt. I didn't even know she was down there, Mike.
Yeah, after that.
Macy McClendon standing down.
After the shot, she was slow getting up. But
she ended up on the floor. I don't know if she banged her elbow on the floor. Favor, and looks maybe her left, maybe favor in her left arm. I hope she's all right. I didn't even know she was down there as the Indians had 2 or 3 shots at. It's going to be the Patriots basketball as McClendon has to come to the bench for a break. 22-20. Indians up by 2. 3:30 left to go in the game. Megan McClendon, the 5'7" junior, with the basketball, picked out up top by Hutcherson. 3-point shot, top of the key, no good, long. Watrick fights for it, and now it's going to be, now I'm not sure what they're going to call. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to go to the Indians as Taylor was really fighting for it. McClendon right back in the game.
3 of them on her trying to take it away. She was fighting to keep it.
Looks like McClendon just banged her elbow on the ground, maybe had a little stinger. It's going to be timeout by Patriots, full timeout. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back out of that timeout. St. Paul basketball off of the jump ball possession arrow, 22-20. Indians cling to a 2-point lead with 3:12 left to go in the game. Watrick with the basketball, feeds it down court to Carter. Carter looks, kicks it up top, back to Watrick. 17 fouls on the Patriots, 5 on the Indians. Carter down to baseline, feeds it up top to Watrick. Watrick drives towards the right, all the way in. Layup, no good. Contact, no foul again. Now McClendon all the way down. Need to turn around. Jump shot on the way. No good. Rebound comes to the Patriots, and she's going to be fouled. There's a foul called. It has to be against the Indians. Olsen is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And that foul's called on Claire Bradshaw. That's her 4th.
16th foul on the Lady Indians, but it's on the shot, so Olsen goes to the line to shoot 2. First is on its way off. No good. Indians need to block out here and rebound. Make sure you get the shooter and the 2 on the second blocks as Olsen settles in at the line for her second, and she makes it, and it's a 1-point ball game, 22-21. Indians up by 1 with 2:43 left to go in the game. Watrick walks the ball across half court, feeds it off to Emily Hutcherson. Hutcherson, top of the key, feeds it off to the right wing to Watrick. Watrick, and she's going to be fouled, and she's going to go to the line to shoot. 1-1, 18 foul on the Patriots. I don't like Watrick's body language. Every time she's fouled, she doesn't look like much confidence walking to that free throw line. She looks over to the side every time like, I can't make a free throw to save my life.
Well, that's what happens when you have a cold streak like that. It starts getting to your head.
Struthers checks in for Carter. As Watrick settles into the line, 2:28 left to go in the game. 1 point lead for the Lady Indians. Watrick takes her time at the free throw line. Shot is on its way and right through there. She buries it and takes a deep breath and blows it out like, thank goodness I made a free throw. 23-21. It takes a little confidence. Taylor's got the stroke. She's just been struggling a little bit the last couple games from the free throw line. Second one's no good. Long. Coombs gets the rebound. Coombs then loses it, turns it right back over to Olsen. She streaks down the floor, gets it poked away from Watrick. Good job by Watrick, Taylor Watrick. 2 point lead for the Indians, 23-21. They lead by 2, 2:21 left to go in the game. McClendon set to put the ball in play for the Patriots, and she feeds it into Cookson. Back to McClendon, now to her sister Megan McClendon. Now shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound comes to Hutcherson. Hutcherson slows down, gets past McClendon. Now she's all the way in. Euro step layup, no good. Rebound comes right back to Clendon. McClendon tries to feed it ahead. Now fed out. 3-point shot on the way by Cookson. Long, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Who's that going to be out on? It's going to be out on the Patriots. And it's going to go back to the Lady Indians. A wild game here. 156 good game. 156 left to go. Low scoring game. As Mike has alluded to several times, very evenly matched teams. 23-21, 2 point lead. Watrick needs to go ahead and get this across half court. She does. Loses it for an instant. Feeds it off to Sydney McCracken. McCracken dribbles to her right. Reverses it back to Watrick. 18 fouls on the Patriots. 6 on the Indians. So the next will put the Patriots in a bonus. Struthers with the basketball. Struthers dribbles to her right. Now back to her left. Now back to her right. Dribbles in. Kicks it out to Hutcherson. And boy, she got, come on.
Boy, that's going to be a reach.
And now there's going to be a foul on this shot. Well, good. She's going to get 2 shots instead of 1-on-1. They was trying to foul. Had a hold of her jersey, grabbing her everywhere. No foul call by the guy outside. It was unbelievable.
It was.
As Emily Hutcherson will go to the line to shoot 2. 1:21 left to go in the game. 2 shots for Hutcherson. First one's on its way and right up and through there. She gives the Indians a 3-point lead, 24-21, as Wiseman checks back into the game for the Patriots.
Makes it rough when you can't get them calling an intentional foul sometimes.
Second shot in and out, no good. Rebound comes to the Patriots. 3-point lead for the Indians. Olsman with it, feeds it back to McClendon. McClendon off the right wing. Need to tighten up, not give up the 3. Back up top, almost a steal by Watrick. 3-point shot on the way, short. Knocked, and it's going to be out on the Patriots. It's going to go back to Indians with 105 as it hit off the back of the backboard. The Patriots tried to save it inbounds. Look for a little more full court pressure. Now it's going to be a timeout. So look for the press coming out of this timeout. We're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back. Full court pressure by the Patriots coming out of the timeout. St. Paul basketball. Watrick has the ball in her hands. 1:02 left to go in the game. Watrick comes across half court with the basketball. She's guarded tightly out there by Gillespie. Swings it off to Struthers. Struthers dribbles to her right, now to her left, to her right. Picks it up to Hutcherson. Hutcherson guarded by Olsen. She has an advantage here. She wants to go to the rim, but Indians just trying to now crossover by Hutcherson. All the way in. Floater in there. Good shot by Emily Hutcherson in the lane. Indians 5-point lead, 35 seconds left to go. Need to tighten up here. McClendon with the basketball all the way past Hutcherson. Shot up, no good. Rebound to the Patriots. Put back, good. Timeout, Patriots. They cut into that 5-point lead. It's a 3-point lead for the Indians. 26 seconds left to go in the game. A 30-second timeout. Mike, good game here.
Yeah, it's a good game, and it's going down the wire, which, you know, when these teams are evenly matched like this, especially when they're good teams like both of these teams are, it's fun to watch, and it's just going to come down to who's going to make the fewest mistakes. And first half, you know, St. Paul had their share, more than their share, but they've cleaned a lot of that up here in the second half especially, and lead, actually they're +3 in the turnover department. So good job on the Lady Indians cleaning that up. They've only got 4 turnovers here in the second half as opposed to 7 for West Elk. So we'll see coming out of here the last 26 seconds if they can hang on with this 3-point lead.
26-23, Lady Indians up by 3, possession of the basketball, 26 seconds left in the game, full court pressure applied by the Patriots of West Elk. 19 fouls on the Patriots, so the next foul on the Patriots puts the Indians in the double bonus. Feed into Watrick, into the backcourt. Watrick, and now she's going to be fouled, and that's going to be the 10th team foul. Watrick will shoot 2. 26-23, 22.7 seconds left to go in the game. So the Lady Indians, Watrick, after she makes both these free throws, need to play tight on the ball. 16 fouls, and next they don't want to stop the clock by fouling, but they don't want to give up a 3 and don't want to foul and stop the clock. So Watrick settles into the line for 2. First free throw's right through there, and good. She gives the Indians a 4-point lead, 27-23, as McCracken checks into the game for Katie Carter.
I see what you did there. You gave her good mojo. Good job.
And after Watrick makes her second free throw, and it's off her rim, no good. McClendon with the rebound, so 4-point lead for the Indians. 20 seconds left to go in the game. Young Macy McClendon with the game. Her long 3-point shot on the way, no good. High rebound comes out to the Patriots, I think.
And they stepped out of bounds.
He was going to step out of bounds, and it did end up in Olson's hands. St. Paul's basketball, 9.8 seconds left to go as Carter checks back into the game for McCracken. Indians lead by 4, 27-23. Hutcherson with the basketball, feed into Watrick, into the corner. She loses it for a minute, feeds it back to Hutcherson.
Boy, Hutcherson close to the baseline there.
And Hutcherson's going to be fouled by McClendon with 3.7 seconds left to go in the game. So Emily Hutcherson goes to the line to shoot 2. Indians lead by 4 with 3.7 seconds left. So going to be a nice road victory for the Lady Indians here, Mike.
Yeah, this will be a good one. They can hang in here 3 more seconds.
As Hutcherson makes the first, 28-23. A very, very good ball game to watch. A low-scoring game. If you like offense, it wasn't no offense outpoured by no stretch by either team, but 2 very evenly matched teams. 1 out of 2 is Hutcherson. Excuse me. McClendon, long half-court 3-point.
Got it.
Good. And it's just going to be a 2-point victory for the Indians instead of a 5-point victory. But the Lady Indians come out victorious, 28-26 over the West Elk Patriots. We'll be back with our KW Trucking post-game show after this 2-minute timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Hey, Dana. I need to hang up and call you back on Mike's phone. My battery's going dead. So I'm going to hang up and call you right back. All right, we're back. Lady Indians come out with a 28-26 victory over the West Elk Patriots in a very good ball game to watch. Back and forth all game long, 11-11 at halftime. Lady Indians built a 5-point lead through that fourth quarter and just kind of maintained that lead. It got down to 2 at one point in time, but no more than a 5-point lead by the Lady Indians, and it ends up with a 3 right at the buzzer by McClendon. Gets the Patriots back within 2. But either way, a nice long road victory. You're going to have to keep their road shoes strapped on for tomorrow to go to Yates Center. Mike, what do you got for stats there in that first half?
Well, that's going to help the confidence out a lot for the Lady Indians as they come in here against what they knew was going to be a tough team, just a 2-loss team in the West Elk Patriots. And Indians, like you said, low-scoring game, kind of a defensive battle, but they hung in there and able to stick with it all the way to the end and come out of there with a win. So that's got to really give them some confidence as they go into this really tough schedule ahead with games almost every night. But stat-wise, individually for the Lady Indians, they were led by Katie Coombs, who had 9 points on the night, most of those coming from the free throw line. Matter of fact, 7 of her 9 came from the charity stripe, only 2 from the field. From the free throw line, Katie was 7 of 10, so good free throw shooting on the part of Katie Coombs tonight. Emily Hutcherson had 8 for the Lady Indians. Taylor Watrick ended up with 6 points on the night. Katie Carter with 3, and Claire Bradshaw with 2 for the Lady Indians. Indians shot 7 of 28 from the field, so percentage is not good shooting. They only got 28 shots off for the whole game, though, so not a lot of shooting. But what they did do, they weren't able to make very many of them. 5 of 20 from two-point range, 2 of 8 from outside the three-point line, 12 of 23, almost 50%. Actually a little over 50% there from the free throw line. So free throw shooting improving for the Lady Indians, but they'll go into this next game that they'll have tomorrow night if the weather holds out and we go to Yates Center with a pretty good feeling of confidence, I think, as they keep on the road here and keep doing what they're doing.
Excuse me, Mike. 11:37 left to go in our KW Trucking post-game show until the boys' action starts. So very good road victory. Two nice road victories in a row for the Lady Indians, and it won't get any easier tomorrow night against Yates Center. I think Yates Center also a pretty good ball team, so we'll see how that all works out for the Lady Indians. And then Monday, the Lady Indians travel to Jayhawk Land. Only a girls' game Monday night at 5:30 Monday night. And then the boys, the reason being is regionals start that next Tuesday. The Lady Indians got a bye Monday, so they don't have to play until Thursday. Let me see. Yeah, they don't play until Thursday, so they're going to make up that game Jayhawk Land Monday. And then the boys play Tuesday night at home in the first round of regionals. And if the boys can come out victorious, they'll play Friday night at Chitopa. So once the first opening round games are played on the road or whoever's home court in regionals, the rest of the games are at Chitopa. We got about 10 minutes until we start the boys' action here. We're going to wrap up our KW Trucking post-game show. We'll take a little bit longer break this time. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups for each of the boys' teams. And we're going to be back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Hey, Dana, I'll holler at you when we get back, okay? Let me take a break. You can play a song or two if you want to. We're about 10 minutes till tip-off, so we'll be gone for about 5 minutes probably, okay? Okay, Dana, I'm back. Are you there? Okay. Well, welcome everybody to the Richie's Pharmacy pregame show. Dan Van alongside Mike McCracken here as we get set to bring you boys action. We're about 3.5 minutes until tip-offs. Haven't went over starting lineups yet. St. Paul boys coming out with a nice victory at Oswego the other night. So got back on track. Indians come out with a great 1-point victory at Opie last Saturday, and then followed up with a good victory over Oswego. Still missing Caleb Lemons, I believe, here tonight. So the Indians are going to have some of the Indians are going to have to come off the bench and step in and make up for his absence here this week, or at least for the first couple games of this week, as St. Paul travels to the Yates Center tomorrow night. So road trip, and then the boys play at home. I'm going to look that up in a little bit. I can't remember. They are the 3 seed in the regional. I can't remember who they play. I think they may play Chautauqua in the first round. I'm not real sure. I will look that up and get that to you as we will go over brackets for both the girls and the boys here during this in our break time here. Mike, what do you look for tonight's game?
I think this boys game is going to be, maybe kind of a repeat of what we saw with the girls, because I think that the boys from West Elk, the boys from St. Paul, fairly evenly matched. One thing we'll be watching for the Indians is for some consistency on them. If they play as well as we've seen them play, I think that they'll come out of here in pretty good shape. But on the other hand, we've seen some games where they haven't been able to get anything going and really been cold on their shooting, and if that happens, they could be in trouble. So we'll just have to wait and see how it's going to go here, especially early on, see if they can jump out to an early lead like they did against Oswego. That'll really help, give them some confidence.
About 2 minutes until tip-off of this boys action. We'll see what the Indian boys, if they can stay on track here tonight. Playing a little better the last couple games after going through some struggles in a few games previous to that. Excuse me. We're going to be back with starting lineups after a 1-minute timeout. With St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Choked up.
Well, choked up there.
Welcome back to West Elk High School as we get set to go to start lineup. St. Paul will play in regionals. They are the 3 seed, and I stand corrected. They play Altoona Midway, Mike, 7 o'clock. Let me see, 7 p.m. at St. Paul Tuesday night, and then they will play. If they can win, they will play the number 2 seed Sedan, who comes in as a 2 seed at 14-5.
That'll be an interesting matchup too. That first round against Altoona, because they're scheduled to play a makeup game on Saturday against Altoona as well.
Number 2, Whetstone. Tim Whetstone, a 6'1" senior for West Elk, is the first starter. Sylvie, a 6'1" senior for West Elk, is the second starter. Third starter is Marino, a 6-foot junior for West Elk. Third starter is Cannon, Cody Cannon, 5'11" senior for West Elk. Last but not least, Caleb Walker, a 6'2" junior for the Patriots of West Elk. For the Indians, Easton Dent, Chandler Bradshaw, Kenny Haney, Adam Albertini, and Colin Carlson. It's the starts for the Lady Indians, and we have 8 minutes on the clock.
Not the Lady Indians, it's the boys.
The Indian boys. As we got 8 minutes on the clock, and we are set for tip-off.
You may remember that Moreno name from football season, Dan. Remember, he really gave the Indians fits on the football field last fall.
I thought we pointed him, Mike.
Did we?
This year?
You may be right. I could be confused.
The debut of your assistant coach, son?
Yeah.
Remember?
I was too busy watching him.
Oh, that's right. The debut of the
I do remember Moreno, though.
Coach Keaton McCracken, the old alum from St. Paul, got it handed to him.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
First game of the year. But I'm not saying that Marino didn't give us trouble.
Well, I'm getting older. I can't remember that far back.
Yeah, it's retired, lies hard on the guy. 8 minutes on the clock. Haney controls a tip and almost throws it clear out of bounds.
Well, Haney had that one all the way back.
Just about throwed it through the Patriots basket as Colin Carlson chases it down. Easton Dent, left wing with it. Looks like man-to-man defense applied by the Patriots of West Elk. Over to Chandler Bradshaw. He holds the ball in his right hand, dribbles towards the free throw line, kicks it out to Albertini. Albertini ball fake into the lane, floater on the way. Good. Albertini off to a good start here. Gives the Indians a 2-0 lead. Sylvie with the basketball for the Patriots, picked out there by Kenny Haney. He dribbles, man-to-man defense applied by the Indians. He feeds it off to Whetstone. Whetstone off to Marino. The trouble causer now, three-point shot on the way, high, off the backboard, no good. Carlson fights for it. Haney comes out of there with it. Haney feeds it off to Albertini. Albertini streaks down towards the elbow, kicks it off to Kenny Haney. Haney dribbles to his right, to his left, kicks it back up top as Albertini resets the offense, clicks it off to Bradshaw. Bradshaw at right wing, guarded out there by Marino. Now shot from inside the three-point line. Good shot by Bradshaw. Gives the Indians a 4-0 lead. Sylvie with the basketball, top of the key, guarded out there by Kenny Haney. Swings it off to Walker. Now pass inside, stolen by Albertini. Albertini down the lane, all the way down, right hand layup. And it's blocked, no foul call, and it's going to go right to the Patriots. Albertini double teamed into traffic down there. Kicked out top to Marino. Marino with his left hand. Three-point shot from the baseline, long, no good. Tipped in the air, ball's loose on the floor, going to be controlled by the Patriots. Now back up top, wide open, Marino, three-point shot. In and out, no good. Still loose on the floor, and it's going to come to Albertini. Now it's loose, back to the Patriots. Now Albertini steals it back. Back and forth we go, just like a boxing match. Albertini slows things up, kind of gains control of everybody. Indians lead 4-0, 5:58 left to go here in the first period. Three good looks on threes by Patriots, but they can't get none of them to go. Dent with the basketball, held out wide at the left wing position, screen set by Haney. Now back to Haney. Haney with a great game the other night at Oswego. Really did some good work inside. I'd like to see him get started again in there. Bradshaw shot from the elbow, high, no good. Rebound comes to the Patriots. Oh, right ahead, almost took his head clean smooth off was Marino, but he caught it. Now, wild shot inside, no good. Bradshaw with the rebound, feeds it off to Albertini. Albertini slows now, pulls up, baseline jump shot, good. Good looking stroke by Albertini to start this game. And the Indians lead 6-0.
That's what St. Paul needs to do, get some points out here early and get a lead.
Sylvie with the basketball for the Patriots of West Elk. Feeds it off to Cannon. Cannon to Marino. Marino holds the ball. Easton Dent guards him now. Now off to number 43, Walker. Walker back to Marino. Patient offense, man-to-man defense applied by the Indians. Now pass out to the elbow. Now back up top to Marino. Shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. The rebound comes to Kenny Haney. He feeds it ahead to Bradshaw. Bradshaw cross-court pass to Dent. Great pass on the weak side. Timeout, West Elk. 30-second timeout. We'll be back after 30-second timeout in St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to West Elk High School. Howard, Kansas, 8-0. Indians off to a good start here, Mike.
Yeah, Indians doing pretty well so far, especially on defense. Well, West Elk's cold shooting, too, is helping.
Walker feeds it off to Sylvie. Sylvie back up to the top of the key to Cannon. Cannon back to Walker. Now three-point shot, top of the key on the way, off the rim, no good. Slapped out of bounds off of West Elk. So cold shooting by the Patriots. Not scared to fire up them threes.
Nope.
So far cold from the field.
St. Paul knows what that feels like when they got cold shooting. They had their share of it, especially that first part of January. Coming around now so far in this game.
Double screen set. Albertini pull up baseline jump shot well short this time. Rebound comes to the Patriots. Feeds it off to Marino. Marino streaks down the right side, crosses over towards the free throw line. Into the lane. Now stolen by Albertini. Albertini streaks down the right side. Feeds it, tries to feed it back to Dent into traffic. Now back to Albertini to Bradshaw, and Bradshaw floats a little floater, 10-foot floater in there. 10-point lead for the Indians, 10-0. Sylvie with the basketball, feeds it off to the right wing to Whetstone. Whetstone inside, outside, another three-point shot on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound. One thing the Indians are doing good, they're doing a good job on the defensive boards. It's just one shot and done for the Patriots, and Haney scores as he drives down the floor, and the Indians lead 12-0. 3:10 left to go in the first. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Now, welcome back. Patriots basketball out of the timeout. They trail 12-0 to the St. Paul Indians. Sylvie with the basketball feeds it. Now there's a whistle away from the ball. It's going to be on St. Paul. It's a first foul called on either team. And who's it going to be on?
Carlson.
It's going to be on Carlson. Into the game during the timeout was Chase Bradshaw. So Chandler, Chase Bradshaw, Colin Carlson, Kenny Haney, Adam Albertini in the game for the Indians. Patriots basketball under their own rim. They get it inbounds. It's inbounded Ware with the basketball. Now three-point shot from the baseline. No good. Rebound on the weak side to the Patriots. Put back up and in there, and Chase Bradshaw unable to secure the rebound on the weak side. And it's put back up and in there by Tyler Black. And he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot to and one, as the first 2 points on the board for the Patriots is by Black on the putback, and he misses the free throw badly. And it goes back to the Indians as he
didn't touch line there. They never quite lined up.
They were lined up as he frowns like, oh my, I missed that bad. 12-2, Indians up by 10, 2:43 left to go here in the first period. Albertini with the ball, top of the key, over to Carlson, now to Bradshaw, to Albertini. Chase Bradshaw, pass down to Colin Carlson. Oh, way too tall, and it's going to be a backcourt violation as Carlson air-mailed that about 5 foot over Albertini's head into the backcourt, and as athletic as Adam Albertini is, he needed to be about 24 inches taller.
He didn't have nothing to do if he wasn't that tall.
Yeah, he needed to jump like a frog.
Yeah, he can jump, but not that high.
He'd jump like a bullfrog instead of a tree frog. Patriots basketball. St. Paul leads 12-10, up by 10. 2:14 left to go in the first period. Sylvie with the basketball. Looks inside, kicks it back up top to Marino. Marino off to Whetstone. Whetstone holds it. Now pass inside. Black. He's open in front of the rim. Off the backboard. No good. He fights for the rebound. Chase Bradshaw comes out there with it. Feeds it back to Kenny Haney. 2 team fouls on the Indians, none on the Patriots, and we're 2 minutes left to go in the first period. Chase Bradshaw, three-point shot, left wing, good. Bradshaw buries a three on the cross-court pass from Albertini. 15-2, Indians up by 13. Off to the right wing now. Sylvie into the lane, layup, no good, too hard. It's tipped right to Marino, and the putback no good, and another foul as Carlson couldn't secure the rebound. He tapped it right to Marino. Marino, a 6-foot junior, he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Second foul on Colin Carlson.
Scorers table is Walker and number 33, Cannon, back in for the Patriots as Marino makes his first free throw. Easton Dent checks in for Colin Carlson as Marino settles in for a second, and it's right up and through there. Also, Walker checks into the game for Marino. St. Paul basketball 15-4. They up by 11. Albertini feeds it off to Chase Bradshaw. 1:15 left to go in the third. Bad pass. Haney uses his height advantage to jump and get it. Now to Albertini to the corner to Chandler Bradshaw. Chandler holds it, feeds it back up top to Albertini. Albertini out to Bradshaw. 3-point shot right wing. Off, no good, long. Rebound on the weak side comes to West Elk. And it's going to be off of Kenny Haney out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Patriots. Good pressure on the ball by Haney. Just under a minute left to go in the first. 15-4. Indians up by 11. Black with the basketball, guarded by Dent. Now Walker kicks it out. He kicks it back up top to Sylvie. Sylvie crosses over a couple times, feeds it off the Black at right wing. He holds it against Dent. 35 seconds left to go in the first. Feeds it to Cannon. Cannon back to Sylvie. Sylvie looking inside for Black. Kicks it back up top. Ball fake. Spin at the free throw line. It's number 5. Ware shot up, no good. Dent with a rebound, and he threw it right back to West Elk, and West Elk scores. I don't know what Easton was doing, but he threw it right to a Patriot standing underneath the basket like he was giving him the assist. 15-6. Indians lead by 9. Albertini kicks it out to Haney. 3-point shot from the baseline. Off the back iron, just off. No good. St. Paul will lead by 9 after the first quarter, 15-6. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. This is St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to Howard West Elk. St. Paul leads 15-6 after the first quarter. Patriots basketball to start the second period. Whetstone kicks it up top, now swings it around number 33. That's Cannon with the basketball. Now feed inside, now kicked out to Black. Black drives the baseline, kicks it out to Marino. Ball fake. Whetstone inside, throws up a shot with his left hand. It goes off the backboard and up and in. Curtis Ware, Now to the corner to Bradshaw. Bradshaw gets it taken out of his hands. Another turnover now all of a sudden, which was as much as a 13-point lead as a 7-point lead for the Indian boys as the Patriots with the last 4 or 5 points. Black with it, feeds it up top to Marino. Marino up to Whetstone. Whetstone holds it against Bradshaw. Feeds it back up top to Cannon. Cannon off to Marino. Marino inside. Now back up to Ware. 3-point shot. Off. No good. Bradshaw with the rebound. It's Chandler Bradshaw. He pushes it down the left-hand side of the floor. Kicks it off to Kenny Haney at the baseline. Now back up top, Chase Bradshaw over to Albertini. Three-point shot. Good. Adam Albertini putting together a good first half here for the Indians. And he gives the Indians, and they got the score all messed up now, as Ware gets rid of it, kicks it up top. Three-point shot by the Patriots. In and out, no good. Well, it could have been over the back. No call made. 18-11, 7-point lead. That's not right either. 18-8, that's a travel on Haney. 10-point lead for the Indians, 18-8. Is that right, Mike?
Let's see. I'll have to count up here. Yeah, that'd be right, 18-8.
18-8, 10-point lead for the Indians off the three by Albertini. Adams got to have, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points maybe here so far in the first half? 7 or 9. Pass ahead as they break the press up underneath. Ware, no good on the basket. Rebound comes out to Chase Bradshaw. Bradshaw pushes it down the right-hand side of the floor, kicks it to Albertini, top of the key. Albertini to Haney, and he just wasn't looking. He got stolen away. All the way down, layup is good by Whetstone. Pretty lazy.
That's what St. Paul got to be careful. They get out to a lead, and sometimes they start doing stuff like that. You're going to have to watch that.
Adam went to throwing the ball. Haney just assumed everybody's going to let him catch it, and he had it taken right out of his hands, and ended up being a layup by Whetstone. Just a hustle play by Whetstone. Now a little double team, a little zone by the Patriots. Adam Albertini buries a 12-footer from the baseline. 20-10. St. Paul up by 10. Sylvie with the basketball against Haney. Gets by Haney all the way into the rim. Layup good. Haney went for a little cheap swipe, and instead of moving his feet, playing good defense, went for a little cheap steal and let Sylvie get right around him. He went all the way to the rim and scores. It makes it an 8-point lead for St. Paul. Haney with the basketball. Kicks up top to Albertini. Albertini into the elbow, kicks it out to Bradshaw, to Chase Bradshaw. Bradshaw kicks it back to Chandler Bradshaw, right off his hands, out of bounds. So yet another turnover on the Indian boys, gives it right back to the Patriots. Sylvie streaks down, kicks it out. Nope, never mind. Now a three-point shot from the baseline, good. Or not from the baseline, from Whetstone. Timeout, Coach Watrick. Coach Watrick not happy at all with the Indians' couple possessions, and it's just a 5-point lead for the Indians, 20-15. I think that was the first three-pointer finally made by the Patriots after several attempts, and the Indians went from a 10-point lead to a 5-point lead, and quite honestly, the Patriots with a little more energy than the Indians right now.
Yeah, St. Paul started out the game and really, were aggressive and really driving to the basket and attacking the basket, and then getting back on defense. They got out to that lead, and I think they got comfortable is what it looked like, and just started giving the Patriots what they needed, that little extra step or that extra half step, or giving them that little more open shot, and the Patriots, to their credit, took advantage of it, especially on some of the turnovers. St. Paul with 7 turnovers now, so going to have to really clean it up if they're going to expect to keep, get the lead and then hang on to it.
Pretty lackadaisical is what I call it on offense and defense, where you assume you're just going to be able to, after you're rolling a little bit, and you got a 10-point lead, and then all of a sudden that turns into keeping your feet planted on defense and letting somebody drive right around you when you go for a little cheap steal. Either way, Indians lead by 5. Good timeout by Coach Watrick, 20-15, as Patriots has went to a 2-1-2 zone against the Indians. No team fouls on the Patriots, and we're a quarter and a half into the game. Adam Albertini, three-point shot, right baseline, high off the back rim, no good. Rebound comes to the Patriots. Sylvie with the basketball. Indians retreat into their man-to-man, off to Whetstone. Whetstone to Marino. He's guarded by Chase Bradshaw. Back to Whetstone. Whetstone swings it around to Ware. Ware back to Whetstone. Whetstone holds it against Chandler Bradshaw. 3:46 left to go in the first half. 20-15. Indians up by 5. Marino with it. Like to see a little more tightly guard by the Indians. 3 team fouls on the Indians, none on the Patriots. There's a pass inside to Marino, stolen away by the Indians. Albertini streaks down the floor all the way down. Backdoor pass to Bradshaw. Shot up, no good. Still no foul called. As I don't know if we got a whistle in that ref's mouth or not. Now 3-point shot up, no good. Rebound to Dent. Dent feeds it to Haney. Haney to Albertini. 3:13 left to go in the first period. Albertini feed to Haney at the free throw line. Jump shot on the way. Short. No good. Fought for and brought down by Marino for the Patriots. Sylvie with the basketball. Sylvie hands it off to Ware. Ware back to Sylvie. Sylvie holds it, guarded by Haney. 2:47 left to go in the first half. 20-15, Indians up by 5. Cross-court pass, wide open three-point shot. Nobody on him, off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Easton Dent. Chandler Bradshaw giving Whetstone way too much room out there.
They're lucky they're missing some of those.
Bradshaw cross-court pass to Chase Bradshaw. Three-point shot, way long, no good. Chandler with rebound, put back, no good. And Chandler's limping around trying to get out of there. The rebound comes out to the Patriots. Sylvie with the basketball. Feeds it back up. He fed it down to Black. Back up to Sylvie. Now to Marino. 2:06 left to go in the first half. 20-15. Indians still maintain a 5-point lead. 3-point shot on the way. Well, off. No good. Saved inbounds right to Marino. Now backdoor to Ware. Nobody blocking out. Ware scores. The Indians just getting outworked.
Yeah,
that's all there is to it.
That's exactly right.
Just too lazy at defense and not blocking out on
any
the boards.
attention at all.
3-point lead for the Indian boys. Pass into Kenny Haney. Now up to Albertini. 3-point shot on the way. Good. Albertini gets it over the front of the rim and finally gets a little offense for the Indians. Back up to 6-point lead. 1:30 left to go in the first half. I don't know that I've ever seen, and that was a travel on Marino. He kicks it out wide open. 3-point shot by Sylvie. Good.
Let him stand all by himself out there.
I don't know if I've ever seen a complete first half with not one foul called on a team.
You're about to see one.
Definitely no foul trouble for the Patriots, and not for the Indians either. Just 3 fouls called in this first half total. 3-point game, 23-20. Indians up by 3. Chase Bradshaw throws it into Dent. Dent tries to get it to Haney. It's stolen away by the Patriots. Sylvie with the basketball. He streaks down the floor. Nobody cuts him off. All the way in. Scores the layup, and he's fouled. He drove the entire length of the floor. 3 Indians back. Nobody stopped the basketball, and he scores, and he has a chance to tie the game with 48 seconds left to go here in the second period.
That foul's on Chandler Bradshaw.
His first. Sylvie goes to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. And does. The Indians had as much as a 13-point lead, and now no lead. 23-23. 45 seconds left to go in the first period. Adam Albertini feeds it off to Chandler Bradshaw. Bradshaw off to Albertini. Albertini back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw in the lane, kicks back to Albertini. 3-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Dent with a rebound, put back good. Good job, Easton Dent on that offensive boards. Gives the Indians 2-point lead, 20 seconds left to go. Sylvie with the basketball. Screen set by Ware. Should have been a moving screen. Sylvie crosses over against Haney a couple times. Top of the key, 7 seconds left. Now to the corner. That's Whetstone. Whetstone kicks Sylvie. Long 3-point shot. Off the rim, no good. And that's going to be the first half. First half score, 25-23. Indians up by 2. We'll be back with our Labette Health halftime show after this 2-minute timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to West Elk High School. St. Paul with a 25-23 lead here at halftime. Not a good second quarter put together by the Indian boys. Just got outworked on the court offensively and defensively. West Elk, thank goodness, they're shooting poorly from the field, or they would be leading this game, as St. Paul short of lemons tonight, so only playing 6 kids so far in the rotation here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, it's looked like definitely a tale of 2 quarters in that first half. First quarter, St. Paul came out, had some fire in them, and they really were aggressive and attacking the basket, taking some shots and making some shots, making nice passes, working pretty well together overall as a team, both on offense and defense. Once they built out the lead, I think they got the lead up as much as 13 there in about the midway through the first quarter, and got fairly, basically just got comfortable and lazy more than anything. About the only way to describe it is they started, taking some high-risk shots and also try to get some low-look passes and try and do some things that they hadn't done before that was working so well for them, and it really caught up and came back to bite them as West Elk fought their way back, tied it up, had a chance to take the lead, but luckily St. Paul, I consider them lucky to go in here in the locker room at halftime with a 2-point lead. I'm sure Coach Wadrick could tell them the same thing, and I think what we'll see here coming out in the second half is hopefully the Indians going back to more the way they started out the game than the way they finished up the first half.
We'll see what kind of adjustments St. Paul makes here at halftime. West Elk started in a man-to-man and back into the zone there in that second period. I don't know that either had much of, as far as offensively, St. Paul looked comfortable in either one. They just too many turnovers there in that second period and let West Elk get back in it by outworking them a little bit. 25-23 adjustments will be made here at halftime. Mike will have all of our Labette Health halftime stats here after this next 2-minute timeout. Here goes St. Paul basketball on Hot 105.
Wearing me out watching. Welcome back to our Labette Health halftime show. About 3:38 until the second half starts. St. Paul leads by 25-23. Mike, what do you got for first half stats? Yeah, St. Paul lost the turnover battle in the first half, committing 8 turnovers as opposed to only 3 on the part of West Elk. So look for them to try to tighten that up, hang on to the ball. That was one of the things we talked about in the pregame show, was they needed to try and control and limit the turnovers. So far, need to fix that a little bit with 8 in the first half. Overall scoring in the first half, Adam Albertini putting together a pretty good night offensively and actually a pretty good week. As earlier in the week against Oswego, Adam's starting to light it up, which is just what the Indians need, that little boost in the arm. Adam getting hot from both inside and outside of the three-point line, had 12 points in the first half alone with 2 3-pointers. and then the rest coming inside the three-point arc. But good night so far for Adam Albertini. We'll hope that he'll be able to keep that up here in the second half, because the Indians going to need that offensive production out of Albertini. Chase Bradshaw had 3 points for the Indians. Chandler Bradshaw with 4, as well as Easton Dent, and Kenny Haney with 2 for the Indians. Shooting-wise, the Indians shot 11 of 21 overall, 52% from the field, 8 of 13 from two-point range at 61%. Only 3 of 8, though, from outside the arc, 37%. Didn't shoot a free throw in the first half, and that's because I don't think there was a foul called until there was only about a minute or a minute and a half left.
There was no
in the
fouls
first,
called,
no
Mike.
fouls called in the first half. So.
Not on St. Paul. There was 0 fouls against the West-Elk Patriots in that first half.
So that's something you hardly ever see. Don't know if we've ever seen that before. But
and I believe there's only like 4 or 5 team fouls on the Indians, so nobody in foul trouble for the Patriots as St. Paul clings to a 25-23 lead. Look for, hopefully, Adam can stay hot and Kenny Haney can start to warm up, and maybe Easton Dent do a little work on the rebound, on the boards, offensive boards, and see what the Indians can get going here in this second half.
I guess if no fouls called, you can't complain about them not letting them play, that's for sure.
Yeah, they've been letting them play. I mean, not.
And really, it hasn't been a dirty game.
No,
it hasn't been anything out of hand.
No.
They just haven't called much.
No, just 0. And that's kind of like when we went up to Opie the other night. It was the same way.
Different
a lot,
style.
Just depends where you go, where the referees come from, how the game starts, how it goes. Obviously, you don't like a million little touch fouls. We've seen games when there's been 30 free throws shot.
Yeah.
So either way, 1:13 left to go here before the second half. I want to thank everybody for listening to our Labette Health halftime shows. We get set for the second half. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to West Elk High School. Howard, Kansas. St. Paul leads by 2, 25-23, as we get set to start this second half. Both teams taking final instructions from their coaches, and it will be St. Paul's basketball to start this second half. Albertini goes to the sideline, set to put the ball in play for the Indians. 8 minutes on the clock. Indians lead by 2, 25-23 as we start this third quarter. West Elk stays in that 2-1-2 zone. Bradshaw with it. Excuse me. Feeds it off to Dent. Back up top to Albertini. Back to Dent. Dent to Carlson. Now tipped into the backcourt. Albertini behind the back dribble. Pull up jump shot from the elbow. Good. Adam Albertini gets off to a good second half start for the Indians. Off to the right wing, into the lane. Oh, that's a travel. Marino with a shot from the free throw line, no good. Albertini with the rebound. He knocked to the ground. He comes back up with it, keeps his feet. Albertini, free throw line, out to Bradshaw. 3-point shot, Chandler Bradshaw, short, no good. Haney fights for the rebound. Haney, and there's
Finally.
a foul. Haney's going to go line to shoot, too. I didn't know if they was going to call that or not.
I wasn't sure either.
It was kind of a late whistle. Haney's going to go line to shoot, too. Indians up by 4, 27-23. Good rebound by Kenny Haney off the miss by Bradshaw. First free throw on its way off the back iron, no good. So the first free throw of the game for the Indian boys is no good. Haney settles in at the line for his second. It's on its way well short, no good. Out of bounds off of the Patriots. Good job by Carlson contesting that rebound. It's going to stay with the Indians as it's off of number 25, Sylvie. Off the butt of a Patriot back to Albertini, and he ends up losing it for, well, it should have been double dribble. Albertini with the basketball, all kinds of contact, gets it swiped from behind. He was in traffic. That was
kind of one of them schoolyard plays that you used to see. You throw it off a guy's leg and get the ball back.
Adam Albertini bounced it off the behind of Marino.
Marino's grinned at him.
This time he doesn't. Feeds it in the backcourt to Haney. Now back to Albertini. Albertini to Bradshaw. Bradshaw, three-point shot again. Good. Cans it from the left wing off of the inbounds play. 7-point lead for the Indians. Good start. They need to maintain the intensity here and the offensive. Sylvie with the basketball. Jump shot from the elbow. Short. Albertini with the rebound. Albertini pushes the ball up hard, feeds it to Bradshaw, and he travels with it.
Yep.
There's Chandler, I think, caught between maybe passing it to Dent and driving to the basket. Took too many steps and travels with it. So right back to the Patriots it's come. 30-23, Indians up by 7. Sylvie towards the rim, kicks it out. Now back up top to Marino. Swings it around to Whetstone, back to Sylvie. Sylvie, a couple between the leg dribbles. Dent guards him. Looks inside, dribbles. Now he kicks it out to Cannon. Cannon off to Marino. And there's a foul away from the basket. That's going to be on Easton Dent. First team foul on the Indians in the second half. First on Dent. Whetstone set to put the ball in play for, gets it into Marino. Now to Sylvie. Now to the corner. Three-point shot by Whetstone. Long, no good. Albertini skies for it. Patriots come out there with it. Whetstone with it. He traveled with it. And it's going to be out of bounds on the Patriots. As Whetstone got tangled up and no travel call, but ends up going out of bounds off the Patriots. 5:55 left to go in the third. 30-23. Indians lead by 7. Dent with the basketball up top to Albertini. Now to Haney at the elbow. Turnaround jump shot short. Dent gets the rebound. Dent gets it stripped out of his hands, and the Patriots come out there with it. And a good shot at offensive rebound. Dent couldn't hit the handle. Sylvie with the basketball. Drives the baseline. Floater on the way, and he gets it to go. Tough shot, so now he got it to go. Sylvie definitely the aggressor for the Patriots to start this third quarter.
10 points on the night for Sylvie, too.
Bradshaw with it. Feeds it off to Adam Albertini. 30-25. Indians up by 5. Dent with it. Back to Albertini. Albertini shot from the free throw line. Short, no good. Rebound. Sylvie. He's going to push it down hard. All the way into the lane. Floater up. No good. Short. Albertini with it. Albertini and Haney 2-on-1. Bounce pass to Haney. Layup good. Good job by Haney running the floor. Good job by Albertini seeing him. Sylvie right back down with the floor. Haney gets back. Stops him. 4:49 left to go in the third. Indians up again by 7. Off to the right wing to Cannon. Cannon holds it against Albertini. Up top to Whetstone. Whetstone swings it to Walker. Walker feed inside. Good feed inside. Shot blocked. Rebound comes to Chandler Bradshaw. And now Carlson with it. Feeds it to Albertini. Good job by the Indians coming out there with possession of it. Albertini off to Chandler Bradshaw. Bradshaw holds it to left wing. Cross court pass to Albertini. 3-point shot. Good. Adam Albertini stays hot. And it's a 10-point lead for the Indians. Who is he smiling at?
Oh, he's looking and grinning at somebody's girlfriend's probably here.
Sylvie into the rim. Shot no good. Knocked out of bounds. Oh, there's going to be a foul on somebody. They're going to send Sylvie to the line. And that's going to be on Dent off the rebound. Subs come into the game. Chase Bradshaw for the Indians. 3 Patriots into the game. Where in for the Patriots is one of them. Ware set to put the ball in play. Looks, counts on. Oh, wide open Marino. Layup good. He lost him. I don't know who was supposed to have Marino, but he was left wide open, and he scores off the inbounds. Getting close to a 5-second call. Marino streaked to the basket, and nobody picked him up. Haney dribbles back out, kicks it out to Chase Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Albertini. Albertini crosses over against that zone, kicks it to Chandler Bradshaw. 2-1-2 zone applied by the Patriots. Albertini, 3-point shot, left baseline, good. Albertini is hot. And shooting well tonight. Sylvie with the basketball as Coach Wartrick pleads for the Indians to play defense.
I don't blame him.
Young, now another foul away from the basketball. Who's this going to be on?
Oh, that on
Chandler Bradshaw. 3rd team foul on the Indians. 1 team foul called on the Patriots. and we're over halfway through the quarter. And I'm not talking just this period. I'm talking the entire game.
Yeah.
That's only one foul called on the Patriots. And honestly, that's only the 7th foul of the whole game on the Indians. So Sylvie with the basketball, working hard in there. Good ball player for the Patriots. Hayden Smith into the game for the Indians. Now Sylvie, three-point shot, top of the key. Long, no good. Dent with the rebound. Dent feeds it back to Albertini. Albertini slows things up. Free throw line, gives it to Haney. Haney's layup, good. Did he make it?
I thought it rolled back off.
Rolled back off, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. The dang bar got right in the way.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to spin in there, but it spun off. So he didn't miss the shot. Good feed by Albertini off the penetration. Haney at the line to shoot 2. Can't get the first one. Kenny is 0 for 3 from the line. St. Paul leads 38-27, up by 11. Haney settles into the line for the second. Off, no good. Haney remains 0% from the foul line. Sylvie back down with the basketball. Haney loses his footing. Sylvie regroups. Dribbles towards right above the timeline. Feeds it off to Cannon. Cannon against Hayden Smith. Now feed inside to Ware. Ware in traffic. Tough shot.
Boy, good move.
He's got good awareness around the basket.
Does.
He's made a couple tough shots. Albertini streaks back down the floor. He crosses over against Cannon. Crosses over again. Pull back. Jump shot. Short. Hayden Smith loses it. Had it for a minute. Lost it out of bounds. 38-29. 9-point lead for the Indians. Sylvie with the basketball is calling across. Comes to the scores table as well as Chandler Bradshaw. Sylvie drives to his left. Three-point shot from the baseline. Good. 38-32. 6-point lead for the Indians. Was 11. And now a steal by Ware against Haney. Haney being lazy. Crossed over. Got it stolen from him.
Yep.
And it's going to be a foul on Kenny Haney. And it's going to go back to the Patriots. Or who did they call it on?
That had to be on Haney, yeah.
Yeah, it was on Haney. 4th team foul on the Indians. First on Haney. And the Patriots are going to have a chance to cut into this 6-point lead for the Indians. Sylvie guarded by Chandler Bradshaw now. Sylvie crosses over. Kicks it back up top to Whetstone. Whetstone feeds it over to Cannon. Cannon guarded by Hayden Smith. To the free throw line, back to Whetstone. Whetstone against Dent. Ball fake travel by Ware as he thought about the three, passed on it, went to drive to the basket, took a little extra step, and traveled with it. So a turnover against the Patriots gives it back to the Indians. Chandler Bradshaw with it, feeds it off to Hayden Smith. Smith back to Bradshaw. Ware working hard out there. 3-point shot. Adam Albertini in and out, no good. Dent with a rebound, put back, no good, but he's fouled. Hit him in the head, give him a headache, and that's going to send Dent to the line to shoot 2. Good rebound by Dent, just off the rim short. Dent's first free throw on its way right through there and good. 39-32, 7-point lead for the Indians. 119 left to go here in the third.
So southpaw Dent shooting free throws left-handed.
Second free throw gets the roll.
Working.
Well, subs come in for the Patriots. Marino checks back in. Black feeds it into Sylvie. Sylvie guarded out there by Chandler Bradshaw. 1:13 left to go in the third. Bradshaw picks him up. He takes his time dribbling, resetting the offense. Marino, cross-court pass to Whetstone. Whetstone at the free throw line, kicks it out to Ware. Ware in a little traffic, tries to get off to Sylvie, does. Sylvie spins against Bradshaw. All the way into the lane, shot no good, rolls off the rim. Marino with the rebound. Out to Whetstone, 3-point shot on the way, long, no good. fought for. Bradshaw comes out there with it. Bradshaw now picks up his dribble. His dent was streaking down the floor, but Bradshaw couldn't get rid of it quick enough. Made a wise decision just to reset. 30 seconds left to go in the third. He hands it off to Bradshaw. Bradshaw off to Hayden Smith. Hayden Smith travels with the basketball. He gives it right back to the Patriots with 22.7 seconds left to go here in the third period. St. Paul leads by 8. 40-32. Indians up by 8. 18 seconds left to go in the third. Sylvie dribbles out slowly at the half-court line. 9 seconds left. Bradshaw still on him. Screen set by Marino. Now the double team comes, spins, goes, shot up, and he's going to get the foul called with 1.9 left to go. Somebody should have stepped in there and took a charge, and that's going to be on Chandler Bradshaw, and he's going to shoot 2 with 1.9, so no secret what was going to happen there, as Sylvie did it all himself and got the call, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Third foul on Chandler Bradshaw.
As they wipe sweat up off the floor. Sylvie logging a lot of minutes. He hasn't had any breaks here in this third quarter, and neither has Adam Albertini for the Indians. Sylvie settles at the line with 1.9 left to go here in the third, and he makes the first. As number 43, Walker, checks in for Black. Sylvie lines up for his second. It's on its way and good. Little full-court pressure applied by West Elk. And a steal, shot up, no good. As the Patriots come up with a steal against the Indians, shot at the buzzer, no good. 6-point lead for the Indians. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. This is St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Well, we're into the fourth quarter, just starting Patriots basketball. Indians lead by 6, 40-34. Indians, and there's a good pass inside. Layup blocked by Haney out of bounds against Walker. Off the cut against the man-to-man to start the fourth quarter. It'll stay with the Patriots. Whetstone set to put the ball in play. Feeds it into the backcourt to Cannon. Three-point shot now. Wait a minute, there's a foul.
They're going to call that.
He blew it before the shot went off.
They're going to count it.
There's no way.
I don't know how they can count that.
He blew the whistle before the shot went off, and the foul was, I don't even know who the foul was on.
I think he called it on Haney. I think he called it on, yeah, he did. He called it on Kenny Haney.
And it's going to be,
And they gave him a 3, and they're going to give him a bonus.
No, they're not giving him a bonus. They give Patriots basketball because the foul was.
They called it on the floor?
They called it on the floor.
Okay. I thought they called it on that shot because he made the shot.
I'm not sure what's going on either. I don't know how you blow a whistle call foul on the floor and it happens before the shot and you stay with the foul shot, or the foul on the floor. Either way, it's a 16 foul on the Indians, so now all of a sudden it's a 3-point game and the Patriots have a chance to score or tie the score with this possession. Sylvie with the basketball. As Whetstone buried a 3 off the inbounds, but right before he did, the whistle was blown. Whetstone drives the basket, shot no good, tipped around, controlled by Albertini for the Indians. Albertini streaks down the floor, kicks it out to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Haney, wide open three-point shot for Haney. Well short, no good. Good job. Colin Carlson saves that ball inbounds. Now Bradshaw in, shot no good, but he's fouled. Chandler will go to the line to shoot two. Good job by Colin Carlson. He dove towards the out-of-bounds inline, kept himself his foot in and saved it. Threw it, knew enough to throw it way out in the backcourt, and Haney was out there. Bradshaw at the line to shoot two. Misses the first. Indians got to get better going into regionals, shooting free throws. As Bradshaw settles in for his second. Second shot on the way, in and out, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Kenny Haney over the back. That's going to be a 1-on-1 for the Patriots.
Indians 2 of 8 from the free throw line. That's Haney's third foul.
Team foul on the Indians, 4 on the Patriots. And it's going to send Walker to the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. As Ware back into the game for the Patriots. 7:10 left to go in the game. 40-37. Indians up by 3. Gets his first one. Walker does. And makes it a 2-point ball game. Walker settles in for his second. Makes them both. 1-point ball game. 40-39. St. Paul led by 11 in that third quarter. Now it's back to 1. Haney with the basketball. Gives it off to Bradshaw. Chandler Bradshaw. Dribbles way out wide at the right wing position. Now they're playing a box and one, Mike, on Adam Albertini.
Yep.
That just means Albertini needs to drive to the bucket. Off to Bradshaw. Bradshaw kicks it off to Haney. Haney off to Carlson. Now into Haney. He loses it. He's going to be fouled on the floor. They put number 33, Cannon, on Adam Albertini to play a box and one. The other 4 are playing a zone. As Marino checks back into the game. Let's see if they put Marino on Albertini now. St. Paul, 1-point lead, 40-39, 6:37 left to go in the contest. That's a lazy pass by Adam Albertini, stolen away by West Elk. Now Marino loses his footing, loses the basketball, and it's going to be St. Paul basketball as he lost it out of bounds.
Got tripped, he did everything, he couldn't keep his feet, he just couldn't get woed up. Yeah, that was a terrible pass.
St. Paul basketball, 6:27 left to go in the game. They lead 40-39. Chandler Bradshaw with the basketball, top of the key. Feeds it off to Haney. Haney back to Bradshaw, in traffic. Spin, turns around, shoots. Gets a 10-footer to go. Gives the Indians a 3-point lead. Sylvie with the basketball. Picked up out high by Bradshaw. Kicks it off to Whetstone. Wheatstone with the basketball, guarded by Haney. Feeds it off to Walker. Walker back to Sylvie. Sylvie holds, kicks it off to Walker. Walker looks inside, back up top to Ware. Ware to Marino. Marino tries, who's that on?
Doing Carlson, I think, for a reach.
They try to inlet pass to Walker, and that's going to send Walker in the line, shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. 8th team foul on the Patriots. 5 total fouls called on the Patriots, or 8th team foul on the Indians. 5 total fouls for the entire game. 5 in the second half. He misses the front end of the 1-and-1 and feeds it back up ahead to Albertini. Albertini crosses over, kicks it out to Bradshaw. Bradshaw to Haney, into Dent. Dent shot, contact, and there's the foul. It should have been could have been on the floor before the shot, but luckily they waited till after he shot it. So Dent's going to go line to shoot 2. St. Paul leads by 3 with 5:26 left to go in the game. Dent settles in at the line. First free throw on the way, good. 43-39. St. Paul leads by 4.
Dent's the only Indian on the team actually that's made any free throws tonight. So you need to keep that up.
Black checks back into the game. And Dent makes them both.
Perfect 4 for 4 free throws.
44 to 39, 5-point lead for the Indians. Whetstone feeds it back to Sylvie. Sylvie to Black, and it's going to be a timeout, Patriots. So we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. It's St. Paul basketball on Hot 101. Or Hot 105.5. Make it a 1 minute, please, Dana. Welcome back. Black with the basketball. Carlson cuts him off. Feeds it out to Sylvie. Good help. Stops him at the baseline. He dribbles, three-point shot on the way. Good. As they leave him open. Now it's a 2-point ball game. 42-44. St. Paul leads by 2. Albertini with the basketball. And he's going to be fouled. He's going to send Albertini to the line and shoot the 1-and-1. He's going to be fouled by number 33, Cody Cannon, playing a box and 1 on Adam. 4:42 left to go in the game. St. Paul leads 44-42. Albertini's front end of 1-on-1's good. As the first trip to the line by Albertini tonight, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Not enough fouls called, so not too many. He's made it to the free throw line.
Be nice to have the other 5 they missed, though, right now.
Adam makes them both. Gives the Indians a 4-point lead. 4:42 left to go in the game. Sylvie with the basketball, guarded by Bradshaw. Feeds it off to Whetstone. Up top to Marino. Marino to Cannon. Cannon holds it. Gives it back to Sylvie. Back to Whetstone. Whetstone off to shot on the way. Long, no good. Haney with the rebound. That shot put up by Cannon. Adam Albertini with the basketball. Behind the back dribble. Crosses over against Cannon. Feeds it to Haney. Haney wide open, but he passes on the 3. Haney dribbles to the right, top of the key. 4 minutes left to go in the game. 4-point lead for the Indians. Dent back to Haney. Haney needs to get in on the post to see if we can get a foul called in there. They got a 5 game. Everybody's outside the 3-point line for the Indians. So nobody inside as Colin Carlson stands wide out by the baseline. Adam Albertini kind of taking a break against this box and 1. Now Cannon all over him.
Knocked his headband off and didn't call a foul.
Knocked it off twice. Timeout. Coach, I guess it didn't call a foul. Coach Watrick with a timeout. See what it is. Is it a 30-second timeout? It is. We're going to go ahead and stay here. 46-42. St. Paul leads by 4. The Indians really tightened up the defense against Adam Albertini and cooled him off in this game. So somebody else is going to have to step up for the Indians. The Indians claim to a 4-point lead with under 4 minutes left to go in the game.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you see those adjustments and if they're effective or not. And obviously that's worked when they switched up to that box and 1. Adam had the hot hand, and the coach recognized that, made that switch. And since then, he's been kept quiet, and it's kind of got him chased around and out there and running around, get the ball in the other guy's hands. And they're not nearly as hot, not taking nearly the shots that Adam's able to take.
Timeout, Coach Watrick, see what adjustment made here at halftime. What's a hold on Bradshaw? Fed into Haney. Haney hands it off to Adam Albertini. Drills with his left hand back to his right. Pestered out there by Cannon. Now in to the baseline. Floater on the way. Gets it to go. Good job, Adam Albertini, taking Cannon to the hole. Sylvie right back down with the basketball. 3:20 left to go in the game. 6-point lead for the Indians. 3-point shot right baseline. No good long.
Was over his back.
Carlson shot up. No good. Dent with a rebound. Now they're going to call it. Jump ball. It's going to go to the Indians. Boy, that's an over the back on Colin Carlson. Terrible. This is St. Paul fans let them have it, Mike.
Well, that's sometimes you try and do what you can.
Full court pressure applied by the Patriots. Haney getting ready to put the ball in play, trying to get in. Gets it into Adam Albertini, guarded closely by Cannon. Cannon reaching, still no call made. Good pass inside to Haney. From Albertini to Haney, and he scores. 50-42, 8-point lead. Good penetration by Adam. Good court awareness, seeing Haney standing underneath the basket. Sylvie with the basketball, drives towards the baseline, circles back out and around. Passes on three. Good job on Easton Dent helping. Whetstone with the basketball now. 2:42 left to go in the game. Tipped away, lost out of bounds. It's going to go back to St. Paul. It's out on the Patriots. St. Paul basketball. 2:40 left to go in the game. They lead by 8.
Need to keep the pressure on now. Keep up that intensity. Don't let off.
18 fouls on the Indians, 7 on the Patriots. And there's a foul on number 43, Walker. That's going to send Haney to the line. Shoot the 1-and-1. 18 foul.
4th on Walker.
On the Patriots. So Walker has 4 of the Patriots' total 8 fouls called in the game.
Half the team fouls.
Haney's free throw on the way. Short, no good. Haney
You need to get some arch on that ball.
not shooting well from the free throw line. Sylvie comes down with the basketball, hesitates, drives in. Good pass inside. Shot up, no good. Dent with a rebound. He feeds it out wide to Haney. Haney against Sylvie all the way down. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Put back, no good. Gets it again. And it's going to be a foul on the floor. And that's going to send Haney to the line again to shoot the front end 1-and-1. 19 foul on the Patriots. That foul's going to be on number 33, Cannon.
Haney was fighting down there all by himself.
Tyler Black checks back into the game. He checks in for Caleb Walker. 19th foul on the Patriots. Haney lines up for the front end of the 1-and-1. He's 0 for 5, I think, from the line. And he makes one. Makes the front end of that 1-and-1. So 1 for 6 is better than 0 for 6. See if Haney can connect on the second. He must have heard you, Mike. Got a little more arch on that shot.
Well,
as he lines up for his second, it's on its way in. Good. So Kenny making some 10-point lead for the when he needs to. 10-point lead for the Indians. 52-42. Long three-pointer, partially blocked by Sylvie. Tipped around, now still stolen as Dent tried to get it off to Albertini. 3-point shot by Whetstone, no good. Weak side rebound to Cannon, and that's going to be foul on the Indians. You don't want to foul in that instance. That's going to send Cannon to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
That's going to be on Dent. That'll be 3 on him. So Dent, Carlson, Haney, and Bradshaw, Chandler Bradshaw all have 3 fouls.
And that's going to be a timeout by the Patriots. Full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Let's St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. And we'll go ahead and stay here. 52-42, 10-point lead for the Indians.
Got back out to 10, so
with 41 seconds left to go here in the game. I want to thank everybody. Stick around for joining us for our KW Trucking postgame show. Mike will have all of the final game stats here in about 2 minutes. See if St. Paul can play well down the stretch here and come out of West Elk with a road victory.
I can tell you now it's going to be a good night for Adam Albertini.
Tomorrow night, join us tomorrow night around 6 o'clock. We'll see. We got to check the schedule. Tonight we got an early start. I'm not sure if we will tomorrow night, but it's on the road to Yates Center. So the Indians get back on the school bus tomorrow after a road trip home here tonight. Travel back up to Yates Center, and then as weather permits, it's supposed to be a makeup game 6:30 Saturday night, Altoona Midway comes to town. Mike will have that game for you.
See how the weather cooperates on both of those games.
Tomorrow, about 8 o'clock in the morning, Cannon gets the roll on his first. It makes his first free, though. Excuse me. I think the chance of weather is supposed to roll in about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning with freezing rain changing over to sleet and snow. So we'll see. Not supposed to be real bad, I don't think, so we'll see how that turns out. But cold weather on the way again, Mike. I think just 30 degrees for a high tomorrow, or not even 30
Yeah, groundhog lied.
Yeah, can't trust a groundhog.
Can't trust a groundhog.
And Adam Albertini with the basketball. Cannon misses the second rebound to Dent. Haney with the ball. He holds it, 1:51 left to go in the game. Now Bradshaw brought that ball down low, but he's got fouled by Marino. Chandler Bradshaw goes to the line to shoot two. The Indians in the double bonus the rest of the way. Next foul on the Indians will put the Patriots in the double bonus. Bradshaw lines up for the first of two. Misses the first. 52-43, 9-point lead for the Indians. 1:48 left to go in the game. Bradshaw settles in for his second. On its way, short, no good. Sylvie with a rebound. Sylvie pushes the ball down the floor hard, into the lane, floater up. That's going to be a block.
The ball went in, too.
And it did go in as it bounced and bounced and bounced. And that's going to send Sylvie to the line to shoot the and one. 7-point lead for the Games. 1:42 left to go in the game as Chase Bradshaw comes back to the scores table.
Called that foul on Colin Carlson. Colin did his best to draw a charge in there, but didn't get it.
Sylvie to the line to try to finish the and one. In and out, no good. Rebound comes to Albertini. Albertini pushes it down hard. Boy, Road. And finally a foul called against Ware, so Albertini will go to the line. St. Paul clings to a 7-point lead with 1:38 left to go in the game. Albertini to the line to shoot two. Adam lines up for his first. It's on its way and good. As Cannon checks into the game for the Patriots as well as Walker. Adam lines up for his second. Gets the ball. One dribble. Shots on the way and makes it. Sylvie right back down with the basketball. 1:35 left to go in the game. 9-point lead for the Indians. 3-point shot by Walker. In and out. No good. Looked good. And that's going to be a foul. Where?
Whistle from way outside. The referee on the other side of the floor. Oh, calling on West Elk.
That's going to be on Whetstone. And that's going to send Adam Albertini to the line to shoot two in the double bonus.
Be all right. Albertini 4 for 4 from the line.
Albertini settles into the line for two. First is on its way. Oh, he missed one. Doggone
Did it again, didn't I?
Like to see him stay perfect. The Mike McCracken kiss of death.
That's true. I keep forgetting.
Settles in for his second.
Oh, clunked that one, too.
And Haney comes out there with the rebound. And now Haney's going to be fouled, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two. Whetstone picks up another one. Back-to-back fouls by him. 1:24 left to go in the game. 9-point lead for St. Paul. Haney at the line to shoot two. Haney perfect on his last two shots from the foul line. And he lines up for his first. It's on its way and off. No good. Ware checks back into the game for Patriots as well as Carlson for St. Paul. Each team in the double bonus rest of the way. St. Paul leads by 9. 1:24 left to go in the game. Haney's second free throw good. Gives St. Paul a 10-point lead. Ware feeds it back to Sylvie. Get ready for Sylvie to go to the basket again. And he kicks it out to Black. Black holds it. Drives the baseline, tries to kick across the court, knocked out of bounds by Bradshaw. So it'll stay with the Patriots under their own rim. Ware set to put the ball in play for the Patriots. Whetstone checks right back into the game. Checks in for Black. Tyler Black, 6'2 junior. Whetstone set to put it in play, holds it, feeds it in the backcourt. 3-point shot by Sylvie, off, no good. Carlson with the rebound, but it's going to be fouled on the over the back by Marino. So Colin Carlson go to the line to shoot 2 on the other end of the court. 1:08 left to go in the game, 55-45. St. Paul up by 10. Pretty good offensive game put together by the Indians. Shot pretty well from the field tonight.
Yeah, overall, a lot better than what we've seen, that's for sure. I figured the percentages I can.
Carlson misses his first.
Needs some help at the free throw line.
Adam Albertini, his shoot percentage tonight is really good. He put together a really good ball game for the Indians. Missed very few shots that he has taken, even from the foul line. Carlson's second free throw short. He misses them both. Carlson went across the line anyway, so it wouldn't have counted if he would have made it. 10-point lead for St. Paul. 1:08 left to go in the game. Sylvie down with the basketball. Crosses over against Bradshaw. Double teamed out there now. Now kicks it up top. Marino, 3-point shot. Short, no good. Rebound, West Elk, no good. Putback, no good. Haney with the rebound. And Haney's going to be fouled, and he's going to go to the line. So we are slowing down to a snail's pace here.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to finish this.
And that's going to be on Cody Cannon, the 5'11".
That's
senior.
43. It's on Walker. He fouled out.
Excuse me, Walker just fouled out of the game. Haney lines up at the line to shoot 2. And sub comes in as Black. Tyler Black, the 6'2 junior, comes in for the Patriots. Big league game tomorrow night at Yates Center. Yates Center, a couple good ball teams, so St. Paul's going to have to drink plenty of orange juice tonight, get their legs back, Mike. Come out fresh in the morning, get a good breakfast, get a good night's sleep. As it is going to be 4 games in a week if we can get them in. We'll see what works out. We're rolling right into regionals. I don't know if that's good or bad, as Haney makes his first, misses his second. 51 seconds left to go in the game. St. Paul leads by 11. Sylvia with the basketball. He picks up his dribble, feeds it back to Whetstone. He's guarded by Haney. Back to Sylvie. In towards the rim. Kicks it out. 3-point shot on the way. No good. Haney with the rebound. Haney feeds it off to Albertini. Now Albertini pushes the ball down the floor. Ahead to Bradshaw. Bradshaw feeds it to, he should have cross-court passed to Dent. Instead, he gets called for the travel. .3 seconds left to go. 11-point lead for the Indians of St. Paul. Sylvie with the basketball. Sylvie had a good night for the Patriots, too.
Yes, he has.
Marino, 3-point shot right wing, long, no good. Tipped around. Albertini comes out there with it. And Patriots are going to retreat now and quit fouling. St. Paul up by 11. 8 seconds left. And a steal and a score by Marino from behind. And that's going to be the ball game. And the final score is going to be 56-47. St. Paul's going to win by 9. We'll be back with our KW Trucking postgame show after 2-minute timeout. And the St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Welcome back to West Elk, home of the Patriots. Mike, what do you got for our KW Trucking final game stats?
Big night for Adam Albertini. He went 4 of 6 from the free throw line and overall ended up with 26 points on the night. So season high for Adam, a big night, and that's what they needed to give him the victory here tonight. But 26 for Adam Albertini. Kenny Haney, nice game for Kenny, got into double digits, 10 points for him. Chandler Bradshaw with 9. Easton Dent pitched in 8 points, and Chase Bradshaw with 3. Shooting-wise for the Indians, they were 19 to 37 from the field, 51%, a little better than maybe than what we've seen them earlier in the season, but probably still not quite where they want to be. 13 to 23 from inside 2-point range, 6 of 14 outside the arc. Overall free throws, really, St. Paul needs to improve on their free throws. They were 12 of 26, mostly because of Dent being 4 for 4 and Albertini being 4 of 6. Everyone else struggled a little bit at the free throw line, so improve on the free throw shooting and the overall shooting percentage. Turnover-wise, St. Paul ended up with 14 turnovers on the game total, as opposed to only 6 on the part of West Elk. So clean up the turnovers and got to start making some baskets. If they can get that going, and we've said that all along, and they are improving, but they need to keep on improving and working on that. And they've got the athletes on the team. They can make some things happen and make some noise as we go into regionals.
Good night for the Lady Indians and boys, both coming out victorious here tomorrow night. Yates Center join us about 5:30, 5:45 for our Richie's Pharmacy pregame show. I want to thank our title sponsor, Farmers Bank. I want to thank Dana back in the studio. I want to thank Wilson up on the camera running us for us every week. Join us tomorrow night around 5:30 to 5:45 for our pregame show at Yates Center. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight, where the Lady Indians and boys both come out victorious here at West Elk. You've been listening to St. Paul basketball on Hot 105. Thanks, Dana. Okay, you too. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Up on her.